State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza and also presented by Lawrence Technological University, the Construction Association of Michigan, Legacy Partners Insurance, the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, and the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
And welcome to day one of the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic, brought to you by our friends at the Detroit Sports Commission. It is indeed a pleasure to be here, along with my broadcast partner, former Brother Rice Warrior and Michigan Wolverine, Grant Perry. My name is Sean Belegian. Grant, let's get right to it. What a dandy we have to start this all off. It's going to be pretty hard to replicate that instant classic from last year, but Belleville Clarkston is going to try to do that today. Let's start with Belleville. Listen, a lot of talent, but they have to replace one of the most dominant players ever in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, they do. Bryce Underwood, obviously he's on to the next level at Michigan, and a lot of question marks. They don't know exactly what it's going to look like. They got two quarterbacks in the rotation, Kendall Franklin, along with his partner there, Lincoln Sellers, the underclassman. So they're going to have a little bit of a duo quarterback system with a lot of new faces surrounding them on the outside.
And Clarkston remembers what happens last year. I mean, Belleville stole a victory from them in the waning moments. A lot of talent on this Clarkston team, a venerable power. And I'll tell you what, they are led by the Bash Brothers.
The Bash Brothers, Lucas and Griffin. If you haven't heard of them by now, I don't know where you've been living. They've been dominating for Clarkston for the past 4 seasons. They're committed to Ferris State. And, man, they bring the bash and the power. Look for them to be the difference maker today.
And before we kick things off, we had a chance to catch up with both coaches.
You know, that's a great event. That was an event that years ago when it first started, I would love to be part of it, and here I am a part of it, going into my 4th game with them. So, I mean, you know, the players are excited, the whole community is excited, so we're excited about that first game.
Another very talented team. They got athletes, and it's going to be another great battle, I think. I expect it to be much like it was last year, and hopefully we end up on the right side of this one and carry that into the rest of the season.
Kickoff just a few minutes away. Along with Grant Perry, I'm Sean Belegian. So glad you can join us on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99. Why? Because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. We don't skimp on the Roni just to save an extra buck on our end. Who does that? We're out here packing Classic Cup pep into every single bite. That's right. This is how we do pizza. No BS. Order a 73 Classic for just $9.99 while the pepperoni lasts. We're not playing. We do bold.
Hungry?
Howie's!
This is Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell, and this is attorney Mark Bernstein. Both of these men are respected, but only one of them can get you money after an accident.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
I'm Dave Peabody with Legacy Partners Insurance. Metro Detroit, we've seen it all. Ice storms in May, orange construction barrels year-round. Somehow, it always works out. Detroit doesn't just get through it, we get through it together. And at Legacy Partners, we've been with you for generations. Auto, home, business, life. We keep it simple. No unnecessary runaround, no robotic hold music. We're right here protecting what matters. Legacy Partners. Detroit strong, insurance smart.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
I'm working right now, and so is Sam Bernstein Law. They're open right now. You know why? Because they work as hard as me to win. Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need today. Open 24/7. That's the Bernstein advantage. Open right now. Call Sam.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza.
Welcome into the campus of Wayne State University, Tom Adams Field. So glad you could join us. 20 years of the Prep Kickoff Classic. Of course, Amazon, a big sponsor. Appreciate all the great work that the Detroit Sports Commission does to bring a great event like this into Midtown Detroit. So glad you could join us. Thank you so much for inviting us into your tablets, your computers, your phones, whatever the case may be, on the State Champs Network and, of course, Local 4+. My name is Sean Belegian, along with former wide receiving standout at Brother Rice in Michigan, Grant Perry. Grant, the rain stopped. It was pouring about an hour ago. And it's about 30 degrees less than it was a year ago at this time. What a beautiful afternoon for football.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better venue, a better, weather is really turned around here as well. We walked in here, got to the stadium, about an hour or so ago, and it was rainy. It was wet, and it was, felt like a little bit of a fall type of day, but it's looking like a summer type of day with the cool atmosphere. Should make for a great day of ball.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention the third member of our broadcast crew. So glad to have her once again this year all across the State Champs Network and Local 4+, Patty Cesarini. Poor Patty, she had to dress 4 different ways. She had to dress for rain, she had to dress for wind, she had to dress for the sun coming out. Right now, it's sunny, 68 degrees game time temperature, and we're about to get this one underway. Hey, I said it in the pregame, Grant. It's going to be very difficult to match the intensity and, let's face it, the game itself that we saw last year. But if any two teams can do it, it's Clarkston and Belleville.
Yeah, we were in for a treat last year. Had the opportunity to call, the game Belleville versus Clarkston to open the PKC last year, and Bryce Underwood was obviously the storyline, and he still is kind of the storyline, right? What is this Belleville team going to look like in the absence of Bryce Underwood now that he's at the University of Michigan? And just keep in mind, if you weren't tuned in last year for this game, Clarkston kept it really close. It was a nail-biter where Bryce Underwood at the end ended up tailing away with it. So it should make for a really, really good rematch here in 2025.
Belleville's going to be kicking off this afternoon in that all-too-familiar black jersey with the orange trim. Such a sharp look, and I think you're familiar with that look from Clarkston. I've seen that winged helmet somewhere before, Grant. I can't quite put my finger on it. Clarkston will be receiving, and they'll be going from right to left, basically towards the Fisher Building, the venerable Fisher Building here, as we sit Midtown Detroit. Just a great view out here, a great day for football. So glad that you can join us as we are getting set to kick the 2025 season off. Kick about 5 yards deep. Going to call it a touchback, and that's where Clarkston will bring that offense onto the field, Grant.
Yeah, and Clarkston, when you think about Clarkston, the past 4 years, it's been owned and ran by the Bash brothers. These guys have been dominating 4 years at the varsity level for Clarkston. They play running back and linebacker, number 0 and number 1, Griffin and Lucas Bowman. Look out for those guys today to make a difference for Clarkston.
And a familiar quarterback. He was a sophomore starter last year, starting again as a junior, Alex Wenko. He's got 2 receivers split outside, 1 on the inside. Running back on his right hip. We are just underway. Alex looking over that defense, sends a man in motion, far side to near. 1st and 10. There's your first carry. Nice cut at the 20. Makes a man miss at the 25. First down and more, out past the 35-yard line. And there is one of the Bash brothers, Lucas Bowman, already making his presence known.
And the thing about the Bowman brothers, the twins, the identical twins, is they can do everything and anything that the other one can. So you line up, they play running back, but you line up one in the slot, and then it's just a different way to get him the football in motion right there. And got to credit number 77, Hayden Flavin, there on that edge sealing block.
1st and 10 up to the 35-yard line. 2 receivers split outside, 1 on the inside. Looking over that defense again after that first down run. Movement up front, no flag. Going to try the right side. Some space out there again. Good cut at the 40, out past the 45, and another first down run by Lucas Bowman.
Lucas Bowman, right now, they're doing a really good job of capturing the edge, meaning they're sealing those defensive ends in, and Belleville's not getting pressure to force the ball back inside right there. Number 54, Sean Reed, the captain for Belleville there on the defense with the tackle, but not before one of the Bowman twins right there got through the line and picked up that first down.
Folks, you are in for a treat today. I'm working with one of the best in the business. The way you explain things, partner, honest to goodness, love working with you. 1st and 10, 47-yard line, shotgun formation. Running back on the right hip this time. Receiver in motion once again, far side to near. Going to hand it off again. Coming near side. Makes another man miss at the 50-yard line. This time gang tackled into Belleville territory. But Grant, not before he picks up 6.
Yeah, it's just, we call this in football Xerox. If the coach says Xerox, that means, hey, get back on the ball, run it again. That's exactly what Clarkston's doing right here. They're just running outside zone. They're getting a motion into the play so they get a lead blocker. And right there, number 2 for Belleville, David Jackson, was the alley player. Got blocked, couldn't make the tackle. Therefore, Bowman sets it up for second down and medium here.
2nd down and 4. Going to give it to Bowman again. This time, look at that big wall of black. Said, enough of this. Throw him down. Flag comes in late. Don't know what that was, but minimal gain. As you can tell, that Tiger defense was saying, okay, enough.
And a good play there by the Belleville defense.
We'll find out what that flag is in just a moment.
Looks like it's a holding on defense. And you ask yourself, well, they just ran the ball. Who's holding? Well, sometimes those D linemen will get inside and try to hold the offensive linemen so they can't move and pull and try to get to the blockers that they're trying to block. So that's when you see those defensive holdings, the Dominican Sues, those big guys in the middle. It's kind of a counteractive. They'll grab the O-lineman because they know he's got to go one way, and that could really mess up the play. And right there, Stripes is on the call, and Clarkston moving forward there.
How about that view right in your living room? We have some of the best cameras and cameramen in the business. That's John Kidd doing his thing down there. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Clarkston threatening, just underway. First drive of the game. Shotgun formation, man in motion from the 32-yard line. Keep it on the ground to Bowman again. Bowman can't hit the edge this time. Good job by the Tigers, limiting him to only a gain of about 1.
Really good job there. And, if you're Belleville, you got to assume that the outside run is going to come again. And then right there, they try to hit him again, but right there on the edge, good job by number 9 there. LeBron Powell, the linebacker there, flies up, gets contact just a yard past the line of scrimmage, allowing his Belleville defenders to clean it up.
A lot of fans in the stands here today. You see all that white and yellow and blue on the other side. You see a lot of the black and orange on this side. 2 proud football communities. 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. Handed off, big hole this time. Makes a cut at the 25, nearly broke out of that tackle, and very close to a first down. Boy, Grant, it looks like he's just short, which should set up a 3rd and short.
Yep, it looks like, this is our first 3rd down here after about 6 or 7 plays. That just shows what Clarkston's doing. They're owning the line of scrimmage. They're staying ahead of the chains here, and you'll see right here, this is a read option. Quarterback's just reading the end, and the defensive end just sits and stays in sand, so he gives the ball off right there, which allows the Bowman Lucas Bowman there to run through the hole and pick up a good amount of yardage.
It has been the Lucas Bowman show. 3rd and short. Let's see if they go to one again. Shotgun formation, movement up front, no flag. The handoff goes to Bowman. He's got the first down and more. Nice cut at the 20. Finds a hole inside the 15 and down to the 11-yard line.
And that's a beautiful thing right there. That's called inside zone. And if you look at the blocks, if they're all double teaming, then that's called duo right there. So what the running back's job is to press to the line of scrimmage, and if nothing's there, find green grass. He does that. The defense gets sucked inside, and Bowman's able then just to slip right around the edge there. And a thing to keep in mind, too, is Clarkston's using the hard count here. They're trying to get Belleville to jump. They haven't jumped yet. Guys have been twitchy, but keep that in mind. They're doing a great job of the hard count, and then they get that ball snapped right after that hard count, giving them a little bit of a head start. 1st
and 10 from just outside the 11-yard line. This has been the Lucas Bowman show. Make no mistake about that. And they hand it to him again, trying the near side. Gets inside the 10 and then push back immediately. Ball comes loose at the end. I think they're saying he's down. No, sir. Ball came loose, and Belleville gets a big turnover at their own 11.
We're going to have to take a look here. This was, he's fighting for the hard yards, and outside zone, it's a read again, gives it off, and he's fighting for those hard yards. And let's see here, where does that ball come out at? And right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Good call down on the field.
And I believe that's number 54, Sean Reed. Yep, Sean Reed, captain of the defense, a leader of the, in the clubhouse, if you will. Sean Reed had a tackle about 2 plays ago, comes through in the red zone, nonetheless, with a huge play for the Belleville defense.
Well, how do you replace one of the most prolific players in Michigan high school football history? You replace him with Kendall Franklin, that's who.
Yep.
Kendall Franklin, junior quarterback, sends a man in motion, shotgun formation, back to pass on first down. Got a man out there, near flat, complete, up about the 18-yard line, push back, but a nice gainer on first down.
Yeah, good throw, and just getting your quarterback comfortable, right? This is his first time leading this team as the starting quarterback. So what do? You come out after a turnover, you just run a quick, simple, quick game concept, a stick with a flat and a hitch route, and right there he finds that vacated zone window and nails it on his receiver.
Of course, Bryce Underwood taking his talents to the University of Michigan. Bunch formation, far side, one receiver on the near side. Franklin, shotgun formation, hands it off. Fighting for that extra yardage out past the 20, close to a first down. I think he got it. Yeah, definitely he got it. Good second effort to get that extra couple of feet, Grant, for a first down run.
Yeah, really good job, fighting hard, and Coach, for Belleville here feels really confident about his running backs. They run hard, they run strong, and they're really physical through contact.
Going with tempo now, 2 receivers, split each side, single back. Going to keep the ball on the ground, try the middle, not this time. That Clarkston defense, a wall of white, stood up. A good second effort. Looked like it picked up a couple of yards there, setting up what should be, we'll call it 2nd and 8.
And Clarkston, they're sitting here in what looks like a 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen. They got 4 linebackers who, they're all athletic. You got the Bowman twins on the edge, and you got 2 interior linebackers playing really fast and hard.
Franklin in that shotgun formation. Feels the pressure, tries to get outside, can't do it. Great pursuit on the other side. I think that's the safety, Cam Love, that got there first, Grant.
Cam Love, that's a guy that the coach really brought up here in our meetings this week, and you'll check out the play right here. We're going to see just a little read option, quarterback to side, RPO actually, and the boundary linebacker does a great job of stepping in that window and making the quarterback have to eat the throw. Therefore, the backside edge pressure gets him and brings him down for a loss.
3rd and 9. 2 receivers split outside, 2 inside. High snap, Franklin settles it down. Blitz coming, steps outside, loads, throws near side. Coming back and almost making the catch was Morris, but it falls incomplete, and the Clarkston defense does its job.
Yeah, Giante Morris there. He's going to be one of their playmakers today. They have to find a way to get him the football. Alongside Trey Britton, who's being offered by everybody for Belleville. Really good job there by Clarkston, just staying with your man, making it a hard catch, and forcing a punt here.
Well, in case you're just joining us, Clarkston put together an impressive drive. It was all Lucas Bowman. Had a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, and then a forced fumble. Gave Belleville the ball, but the Clarkston defense did its job. They're going to get the ball back. Bouncing snap, looks to be trouble. Good job settling it down and getting that punt away. Fair catch called for and made right about the 45-yard line. So that's where this Clarkston offense will take over. Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. And I promise you, like I did last year, I'm going to bring some pizzas in, and we're going to have that Cajun crust feast, okay?
Hey, I'll hold you to it. I'll be there when you tell me. I'm going to make a prediction here this drive, Sean. So they've been running outside zone. They've been running read option with the quarterback, and they've been having success. I think on one of these plays, not this play, but in this drive, Alex Wyshenko is going to keep it and have a 10-plus yard run. Mark my words.
Do you think I'm going to bet against you? There's no way I'm going to bet against you. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. This time, 2 men in the backfield with the above aforementioned junior quarterback, Alex Wyshenko. Shotgun formation, looking over that defense. 1st and 10 at their own 45. Wyshenko back to pass. Wants it all up top. Got a man out there. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Wide open. And Clarkston strikes first with a 55-yard touchdown.
What a throw. I mean, great job by Alex Wyshenko of understanding and seeing the coverage. It looks like Belleville was in a cover 2 look at the bottom of the screen. They send 3 receivers. One crosses that safety's face, making him have to latch on, leaving that slot fade type route wide open to Hank Hornung. And Hank Hornung, one of their most explosive, fastest playmakers. If you get him in open space, get him the ball, that's almost all automatic score.
The Wolves strike first. A 55-yard touchdown. Now they get ready to line up for this point after attempt. We apologize, the in-house microphone not coming through loud and clear. I think they said unsportsmanlike. Was that what it was, Grant?
I believe so, yeah.
All right. Point after forthcoming.
Aiden O'Neill to attempt the point after.
Aiden O'Neill, the senior, paces it off. Sets that kicking right foot back. Awaits the snap. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 5:20 to go here in this first quarter, a lightning strike, 55-yard touchdown. Grant, here's a look at it.
Yep, right here you're going to see the play action fake. Great drop by the quarterback, Alex Wyshenko, and this is routes on air right here. This is just throw it up, let your receiver run under it, and then you can see the swag and the chemistry there by Hank Hornung, understanding, hey, I'm wide open, I'm going to celebrate a little bit. This is the start of the season in which they hope something special comes out of it at the end, and really good start here by Clarkston.
What a feeling that must be for the senior, no doubt about that. Hey, at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at lturecruityourself.com. So let's see what Belleville could do. Their second possession of the game. That Clarkston defense really battened down the hatches. Grant and forced a 1-2-3 kick. Kendall Franklin's been waiting for this moment for quite some time, the junior quarterback. Again, Bryce Underwood, it seemed like he was there for 10 years.
Definitely did. He left his mark, that's for sure.
Oh, you and I were talking about it. I mean, look, the secret's out about the talent in this great state, but he is legitimately one of the most highly recruited guys ever. He really is. Once again, Aiden O'Neill set the kick this off. 3 men back deep for Belleville. Squib kick comes. Taken on the fly at the 26-yard line. Near side 35. Makes a cut at the 40. Makes another cut at the 45. Little space out there before he's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Morris with a nice return there up to the 50-yard line, and good field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, really good field position for the Tigers here. And this isn't the same Belleville. Obviously, we know that, but they're going to have to find their identity. Talking with Coach, for Belleville here this past week, he said that we went from kind of a grown man O-line, D-line look to somewhat of a high school look, and they got to find their identity because with Bryce Underwood, you had the ability to the quarterback run game and the deep pass ability, right? So you had to respect the pass, but also respect the run. Right now, Clarkston has the ability to kind of just load the box, play the run, and react to the pass.
Empty look this time. Franklin shotgun formation. Back to pass on first down. Completes it into Clarkston territory and good enough for a first down all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Giante Morris there again with the catch, and they're just doing a good job. Clarkston's playing zone coverage. Whatever zone that may be, they're playing zone, and Belleville realizes it. And what they're doing is just finding those zone holes, quick, short completions. And right now they're doing a good job crossing midfield.
Trip receivers far side, one near side. Single back. Kendall Franklin, quarterback at Belleville. Shotgun formation. Gets a snap. Hands it off. Nice spin move. Had to fight hard just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Grant, I don't think he got there. I think that's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, and I think Hunter Croft right there with the tackle. I mean, he came in with some anger right there. Great hit at the line of scrimmage. And it was just a little bit of a delay with the mesh between the quarterback and the running back, which slowed him up. Running back runs into the back of the O-lineman and makes it an easy tackle for Hunter Croft.
2nd 11 for the Tigers from the Clarkston 41-yard line. Franklin going to hold it this time, and he didn't have a chance. I mean, that is a bull rush. Make no mistake about that. Cam Love again, first one in, making life miserable in the backfield.
And there's an unwritten rule about RPOs. RPOs are not ball-holding plays. If you're a quarterback, you either got to give it or right now get rid of it or then run it, and that's what he tries to do, but then it's too late. Really good job by the Clarkston defense of seeing that. They're doing a great job right now. They're struggling a little bit with those zone quick game holes, but when it comes to the RPO, run action option, they're doing a great job of taking away all outlets, forcing Kendall Franklin to have to get it with his feet, and he just quite hasn't found holes in between that defense yet.
There was a hold on that play, but Clarkston elects to decline it after the sack to turn this into a 3rd and 15 scenario. Franklin in the shotgun again. Surely a passing down. Back to pass. Pressure comes from the outside. He's flushed out the other way. Hit at the 45, and down he goes. With a little help from his friends. Initial contact at the 46. Franklin looked like he was trying to fight out of it, and then 3 more Wolves came in, and the pack got him at the 45.
And I can only imagine Griffin Bowman playing in this game last year. He went from tackling Bryce Underwood to, you can pretty much do anything if you're tackling Bryce Underwood. He's the number 1 ranked quarterback. Fast forward to today, he gets Kendall Franklin on the edge right there, and he doesn't hesitate. Griffin Bowman triggers, brings down Kendall Franklin, forcing a punt here. Great job by the Clarkston defense.
Clock running, 3:20 remaining in this first quarter. Clarkston with a 7-0 lead, and they're about to get the ball back. Colton Williams stands on his own 10-yard line. High booming kick, angling it towards the sideline. Out of bounds. Let's see where it went out of bounds. Official's going to mark it off at about, he's still moving, the 25-yard line. So that's where this Clarkston offense will take over. And Grant, let's be honest, they haven't had a problem at all moving the ball.
No, they really haven't. Been doing a great job. We saw in the first drive it was run, and they just chunk, moving down the field. They come out on that second drive and they change it up. They go a little drop back pass, play action pass, if you will, and they find Hank Hornug running down the sideline wide open. So, I mean, it's really all working for him. So, as a play caller, as a coach, you kind of have free range right now. Anything's working, you're just calling, and they're running to perfection.
So Wyschenko brings this offense out on the field again. He's got 2 receivers split near side, 1 on the far side. Single back on his right hip. Now sends a man in motion. 1st and 10 for Clarkston at their own 25. Wyschenko rolls right. Now going to tuck it up and run. Nice cut at the 30. Makes one man miss up to about the 32-yard line. Boy, that play looked like a whole big nothing, and he ends up picking up 7.
Yeah, and that's one of the beauties of roll-out pass, sprint pass, boot pass, however you label it in your offense or in your system. One, it gets your quarterback on the perimeter, outside the pocket, a different throwing area or placement. And then 2, the targets are all in front of you. You get a clear vision. You get half the field to work with. And then 3, if it's not there, you get the opportunity to run. You're already in motion. So those are some of the benefits there, and a really good job by Alex Wyshenko taking that down and picking up a few hard yards.
2nd and 3 for Clarkston on their own 32-yard line. They lead 7-0 here, late juncture of this first quarter. Going to hand it off, try the middle. Not a lot of space up there, but pushing very close to a first down. Let's see where they mark this. They're going to say he did indeed get the ball to the 35, and that will be good enough for a Wolves first down.
And if Belleville's doing one thing good right now, it's not allowing Alex Wyshenko to get involved in the option game. They're taking away, they're sitting hard and not allowing him to pull these plays out. They did pick up the first down, but if Alex Wyshenko's itching to run, they're doing a good job of taking that away in the option game.
Wyshenko looking over that defense again. This time he's got 2 split outside, 1 on the inside. Running back Bowman, that's Griffin Bowman on his right hip. Going to hand the ball off to Bowman. Flags come flying. Get outside. Lots of space out there. Breaks a tackle. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. But Grant, I have a feeling this one's coming back.
It is indeed coming back, my friend. You ever heard of the saying, too good to be true? That's the scenario here. Really good job up front. One guy, though, just gets extended a little bit outside the frame plate, or the chest plate of the shoulder pads there. Ref sees it, and that's going to bring back that touchdown. And right here, you're going to look at number 44 right here. He's going to be the suspect here. Right here, it's going to occur right now. Right there is when the defender tries to shuck him off, and he gets outside the framework of his body. That's when you see the holds. And coaches will tell him, hey, you got to keep moving your feet, keep driving them. You see his eyes get big, you know that something's coming, so keep moving those feet, keep driving, and keep pushing him in the direction he wants to go. The running back will cut off you and make you correct. All right, so really, second time Clarkston's been set back. First fumble, in that second drive. But first real big penalty here, by Clarkston. So let's see what they come out with. Maybe they attack in the air. Hank Horgnug, maybe another suspect to look at.
1st and 20 now for Clarkston. They lead 7-0 here with 1:33 left in this first quarter on what has turned into a beautiful day down here in Midtown Detroit. Wyshenko looking over that defense, awaits the snap, hands it off. Bowman, big hole. He's got 15. Make that 17 yards, 16 yards on a 1st and 20 carry. Boy, Lucas Bowman looked like an angry man running that ball.
He did. And talking with Coach Pintar this week, I asked him, I said, Coach, what's it like having a pair of playmakers that are identical twins? What does that do for you, as a coach and playmaking and scheming up things? And he says, well, the nice thing is, if one gets tired, we throw one in, and we literally don't miss a step because they're identical twins. And you see that there, it's Griffin or it's Lucas. And right there, really good run there by Griffin Bowman.
2nd and 4 now for the Wolves. Bowman stays in. That's Lucas Bowman. 2 receivers split to the outside, 1 to the inside. Alex Wyshenko sends a man in motion, the quarterback wearing the number 3. Going to hand it off. This time Bowman hit in the backfield, Lucas Bowman, and wrapped up there. That's going to go in the book. Maybe a loss of a couple feet there, setting up an interesting scenario now here, Grant, with 3rd, we'll call it about 3.5.
Good job there by Trenton Foley there of getting to the ball, making a tackle, not allowing extra yards after contact.
Flag comes in from the sideline.
Penalty marker on the field.
Maybe that's a warning. We'll wait and see. Hey, while we have a moment, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to mhsaa.com for more info. So 3rd and 3, under center this time, Wyshenko. I think he's just going to try to get them to jump offside, and that should be the last play of this first quarter. It was all Clarkston in that first quarter, make no mistake about it. But after one, it's only 7-0. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action next year on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99 because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. There's classic cup pep in every single bite. Order a 73 Classic now. We're not playing, we do bold.
Hungry?
Howie's!
I'm working right now, and so is Sam Bernstein Law. They're open right now. You know why? Because they work as hard as me to win. Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need today. Open 24/7. That's the Bernstein advantage. Open right now. Call Sam.
Hi, I'm Dave Peabody with Legacy Partners Insurance. We've insured just about everything in Metro Detroit. Yeah, we've seen some things. Whether you have hundreds of employees or just your cousin in the back doing everything, we'll build a policy that fits. Property, liability, benefits, we'll even cover you in case your cousin opens that email that he really shouldn't have. We build insurance policies for real life. If you have equipment, employees, or just a really chaotic Tuesday, we've got the right coverage for you. Legacy Partners. Detroit businesses trust us. You can too.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back into State Champs Game Time Live. Clarkston up 7 against Belleville right now. And Alex Wyschenko now has a full year under his belt at quarterback after being thrown into the position a little unexpectedly last season. And he spent this past offseason working with his teammates in his offense to make that connection stronger. Coach Pintar said, and he has gotten stronger. He's got a lot more zip on the ball, and he's only elevated his game in getting outside of the pocket and making throws on the run. And we can see he looks pretty comfortable out there, especially with the Bowman twins. Sean?
Patty, great to have you again. Great information as always. Patty will be with us all year, as will my broadcast partner, Grant Perry. My name is Sean Belegian. We have a fantastic crew bringing you these games. It is a labor of love, no doubt. 3rd and short, going to hand it off to Bowman. He's got the first down and more. Cut at the first down, keeps his legs churning, spins out of another tackle, finally brought down at the 43-yard line. Lucas Bowman running angry, and a big first down run for Clarkston.
They're doing a great job. They're really capturing the edge here. Just an outside zone lead here. Fullback's going to lead on the edge there, and then you're just going to get the Bowman twin there running out on the outside the perimeter. And really good job here. Got to give credit to Belleville and number 54, Sean Reed. I know it's a good play for Clarkston, but Sean Reed, he's playing on the backside defensive end. He makes that touchdown-saving tackle. Those are effort plays that you notice in film, but I mean, they're going to have to figure out something here to keep this run contained. I mean, Clarkston is doing anything they want.
In Belleville territory again. Wyschenko looking over those defense. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the 44. Pitches it to Bowman. He's got some space. First down and more, just past the first down marker. Knocked out of bounds, Griffin Bowman. And they move the chains again, Grant.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they're just going to keep going back to it. They feel like Clarkston feels like they have the advantage at left tackle, especially in Hayden Flavin. 6'7", Miami, Ohio commit. When you're trying to run the ball, you're figuring out what guy do we go behind. Go behind the 6'7", Miami, Ohio commit. He's paving the way, doing a great job. And Belleville, I mean, I've seen some adjustments. They're trying to spread out the D-line, trying to get wide stances, but nothing seems to be capturing the edge for him and containing the play.
4 receiver set this time. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Junior quarterback Wyschenko sends a man in motion. Back to pass on this 1st and 10. Trying to set up the screen. Caught. Lots of space out there. Another first down. Cut at the 20. Inside the 10. Finally brought down at about the 7-yard line. But you can see that hanky coming in late. Grant back behind the play. I'm not sure what it was, but a well-designed screenplay.
Yeah, it was. It got me. I'm looking to the bottom of the field here. I thought it was going to be a flat slant concept, and they go back to the top of the screen and throw a screen to Bowman there, and we're going to see what.
Oh, they're picking it up?
Picking it up, okay.
Yeah, picking it up. So a 1st and goal situation now for Clarkston as they threaten.
Yeah, right here you see just a great job by Wyschenko. It's having patience. You want to have patience on screen passes. You don't want to get rid of the ball early. You want to let that defense come up to you, make it feel like they're going to sack you, get them on their toes, and then just dump it right over their head. Really good job. And man, I got to give credit to Alex Wyschenko having that year under his belt to really take the keys and drive this car in the offense. He's doing a fantastic job of managing this football game.
Lucas Bowman on Wyschenko's left hip. I have a feeling he's going to get the ball here, Grant. Just a hunch. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Now keeper Wyschenko calls his own number, dives for the end zone. Touchdown.
Number 3, Alex Wenko on the carry. Touchdown.
Alex Wyschenko. I was off a drive. Here comes the quarterback run from about the 10-yard line. Really good job. He does a great job of reading it, having some patience, and then just hitting the hole full speed. And you can tell that he's just more confident, a little bit more savvy, if you will, in this offense this year. And he's got these boys rolling. And that's Alex Wyschenko, the junior quarterback, captain, only junior captain on this team, rightfully so.
Aiden O'Neill on for the point after. Takes a couple paces. Awaits this snap. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:55 to go in this second quarter, boy, Clarkston doing some work on the ground, Grant.
Yeah, with a little read option here. It's really a quarterback wrap. They're going to wrap the tackle, the backside tackle inside. And it's a quarterback design run. Running back's not getting the ball at all there. And Wyschenko does a good job selling the fake, though, and then following the blockers in between the tackles. I think that was an 8-gap hitter. He does a great job of getting his head down, getting his nose down, and finding that end zone. Putting Clarkston up 14-0.
Hey, State Champs wants to remind all the football fans out there the action doesn't stop after Friday Night Lights. Keep it rolling with the State Champs High School Sports Show, covering all sports every Saturday morning at 10:30, only on WDIV Local 4. Great to go down there today in the heart of Detroit and have a conversation with the Live in the D folks, getting people hyped up for this great event. Boy, it's fun, isn't it, Grant?
It is. It is. I mean, I can't think of a better way to get the season going, to build the energy, get everyone in one place, and centralize 4 great matchups throughout today and tomorrow. There's nothing like the PKC, man. I'll tell you that much.
Aiden O'Neill's been a very busy man here today. He's had to hit a couple of extra points. He's had a few kickoffs already. I have another one here. 14-0. Clarkston on top. We wait this kickoff, kicking towards the Rensen. This one going deep, way back there. That's a booming kick. And Belleville will start after the touchback. Well, if I know Calvin Norman, I had a chance to catch up with him a few weeks ago. And I really enjoyed talking to Coach Norman. If I know Coach Norman, he's going to have his boys ready to go on this drive. Make no mistake about that. Once again, Kendall Franklin, the new starting quarterback for Belleville, is, of course, Bryce Underwood has taken his talents to the University of Michigan, just down 94. Trip receivers, near side, single setback. Franklin in the shotgun. Going to keep it on the ground. Tries the meat of that line. Good second effort, keeping those legs churning. Picks up 3 yards, setting up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and I mean, that D-line is doing a great job of protecting those gaps inside. Liam Sutherland, number 56, the senior, doing a great job of plugging those holes, along with Chase Olson, number 90, defensive end. I mean, they're just making it hard. There's really nowhere to go in between those tackles. Got to try to find a way to get these playmakers for Belleville in open space on the perimeter.
Franklin in the shotgun again, waiting for that snap. A little miscommunication, bobbled, trying to make a little something out of nothing, can't do it. Just that extra second allowed the defense to pursue Charles Britton III, and he just couldn't get anything going.
Yep, and that's, they also call him Trey Britton there. First touch of the day, he's got offers from, you name it, he could go anywhere in this country here. He's only a junior, so he's got another year, but he's garnished a lot of attention and offers. First touch there, the Clarkston Wolves are all over it. Nowhere to go for Trey Britton.
So 3rd and 6 now. Fortunate to pick up a yard. Franklin back to pass, under pressure. He's going to try to step up. No, sir. Once again, this Clarkston defense just disrupting. Really doing a good job getting in, especially on these passing downs, Grant, and putting the pressure on young Franklin.
Yeah, and they got Franklin rattled right now. There's really nothing he can do to help his offense here, and we'll check out the play again. But really good job by the Clarkston defense of getting to the football, not allowing the quarterback to have these open rush lanes. And you see right there, they're just getting hands to the ball. If you don't make the tackle, you got other Wolves coming to make the tackle. Interesting choice there by Belleville on 3rd and 7 on your own 26, 25 to play action that. You need every second right now. Clarkston is kind of suffocating you. I want to see them do a little bit more drop back, give his quarterback maybe a second or two more to make a decision.
Some confusion on the special teams there. Belleville has to blow a timeout. Last thing in the world they want to do right now, Grant, is give the ball back to Clarkston, but they don't have a choice as this is a 4th and 10 now deep in their own territory. And let's face it, unless there's a booming punt, Clarkston's also going to get some good field position out of this. Hey, the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Appreciate all our sponsors, and I can't say this enough, appreciate our friends at Channel 4. Great to have this partnership with Channel 4. Fine broadcast entity has been serving the community for so many years now. If you grew up in the Metro Detroit, everybody knows WDIV. And for people my age, we all say it like George Kell, WDIV. Getting that punt away, goes straight up in the air. Didn't get a lot on it as there was a heck of a lot of pressure coming in. That's a short punt. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds. Grant, basically right in front of where you're standing, as a matter of fact, at about the 45-yard line.
There might not have been much consequence to going for it there. And Belleville was hoping for a little rush running into the punter there, but a little incidental contact. And Clarkston with great field position here.
Hey, let's flash back to 2020. Clarkston's own Rocco Spindler took home the state champs Anvil Award, proving he was the top lineman in Michigan after a standout career with the Wolves and 4 powerful years at Notre Dame. Rocco now anchoring the line in his 5th year in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Did I see that? Did that get Uber Eats to him? That get right to his doorstep. That's how you deliver an award right there. That's impressive stuff.
He had a chance to cover his father and even do some work with his father in the business. Mark Spindler, I know he and his lovely wife going to watch Rocco this weekend, as a matter of fact. Man in motion, great field position for Clarkston. They're up 14-0. Going to keep it on the ground. A lot of space out there again. Making a man miss. Good cut there. This time getting involved is Lucas
Ty Duffy, number 29, with the carry.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Oh, was that Duffy? Excuse me,
Yeah,
Duffy.
Yep.
My apologies. Ty Duffy.
Yep, and Ty Duffy, he's like the 3rd in the hole for Clarkston. Expect him to be their playmaker next year. But talking with Coach Pintar this week, said that, I'm really excited to see Ty Duffy play. Got some run last year, but obviously a little bit overshadowed by the Bash brothers. He believes he's a guy that's going to, carry the reins, after this season and beyond.
4 receiver set, 2nd and 2. They threaten again. Do these Wolves up 14-0. Wyschenko, shotgun formation, handed off to Duffy. Didn't get a lot, didn't need a lot. He plunges forward past the 35 for another Clarkston first down.
Yeah, I mean, the adjustments Belleville's making, they're going to a wide front. I mean, the defensive tackles are essentially outside the guards, and the defensive ends are going to be outside the tackles or tight ends, whoever's out there. And then the 2 linebackers are plugged, not on the line of scrimmage, but right in the middle, protecting anything inside. And schematically, that's good, but when your defensive ends aren't fast and getting to the ball, the perimeter is still there, and that's what Clarkston is taking advantage of still.
2 receivers, split far side, 1 on the near side. Wyschenko going to keep it on the ground to Duffy. Duffy kind of feels his way up for a couple of yards. We'll give him 2, setting up a 2nd and 8. Clock running, 6.5 to go here in this second quarter. Clarkston up 14-0 and threatening again.
Yep, they're moving the ball here, and they're taking their time here. They're just getting yard by yard. The old 3 clouds in the yard of dust approach here on this drive. I can imagine if you're a coach for Clarkston, like if we score with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, you're feeling really good about this drive. 1, you scored, and 2, you took some time off. Helping yourself here going into the second half.
Wyschenko in the shotgun. He's got trip receivers far side, 1 on the near side. 2nd and 8 from the 32. Back to pass. Fires and drop. Oh, he's going to want that one back. Right at that first down marker, just couldn't pull it in, and Clarkston will be faced with a 3rd and 8.
I mean, and for all you quarterback fanatics out there, the Matthew Stafford lovers, the lover of changing your arm angle. I mean, the patience and the presence right there for Alex Wyshenko, pressure in your face. You don't scramble outside the pocket. You just lower your arm angle and throw it underneath him. And it was a beautifully delivered ball. Colton Williams, like you said, would want that one back. But that is a clinic tape right there. That was really impressive out of the junior quarterback, Alex Wyshenko.
Same formation on this 3rd and 8. Trip receivers far side, one on the near side. Wyshenko rolls left, looks left, steps, fires, wants it all, just overshoots his receiver. The intended receiver, I couldn't catch a number. I apologize, Grant. That light yellow on white is really giving me fits.
It's tough.
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I always worry it's my old eyes.
Nope. And if the players somewhat turn, I wait to see their fullback. It's tough. That was, Hank Hornug going deep for that one, and just a little bit outstretched. And Clarkston here, debating on what to do. And if you're Clarkston, you haven't been threatened by the offense of Belleville, so why not, go for it, press your luck here. I mean, half your runs today have been 7 or 8 yards. So with Alex Wyshenko athletic ability, with the Bash brothers and these explosive playmakers on the perimeter, I wouldn't be surprised here if they find a way to pick this up.
4 down territory, and I think we're going to get a timeout. Clarkston going to talk about it. Indeed, they are. So timeout on the field with 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. Clarkston faced with a 4th and 8 from their own 32, but they do have a 14-0 lead. Hey, if you are looking for a way to keep up with multiple high school football games on Friday night, I've got something for you. Live look-ins with touchdowns and big plays all in one show. It's State Champs Score. It will make its debut Friday, September 5th at 7:30. Join hosts Ryan Slocum and Rob Rubik on the State Champs YouTube page and Local 4+. Grant, we had such a blast doing that during hockey season last year. It was incredible. I can't imagine how cool it would be on a Friday night.
Yeah,
and I can't think of 2 better dudes to do it than Ryan Slocum and Rubes. Big fan of Rob Rubik. Oh, they're gonna send the field goal unit out there. How about this? Aiden O'Neill with what should be about a 49-yard attempt. O'Neill. Barry. Look at that, huh? Getting ready. Takes his 2 paces. Awaits his snap. Wind not a factor. 49-yard attempt. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. How about that? 49-yard field goal.
Hey, we're going to be seeing that kid play on Saturdays one day. Same was said by Coach Pintar. He said that we got a guy in Aiden O'Neill, a weapon, if you will, elite kicker they called it here. Watch this. This is, I mean, you hear it in basketball. This is from the logo of football. I mean, at this level, that you don't see that very often. And Coach said in our interview, he hit a 52-yarder in their scrimmage not too long ago, and he said it looked good from 65. Like, I was mind blown, and them giving him the opportunity there, that's awesome.
I don't think anything has changed in the last 10 years, the way that length of field goals have changed. Granted, it wasn't that long ago somebody hits a 50-yard field goal in the NFL, and we're all going, ooh, ah, ooh. Guys are routinely running out there hitting 58, 59, 60-yard field goals now.
You want to know the last Lions game I was at?
Don't tell me. Was it against the Ravens?
It was.
Why do you have to bring up things like that?
I walked right up the stairs. The whole stadium, honestly, started laughing. It was kind of weird. It was like, what's going on? NFL records being broke, 68 yards, I believe it was. Crazy stuff.
Boy, aren't you glad things have changed for the Detroit Lions,
yeah,
huh?
It's fun to watch.
A legitimate Super Bowl contender. No doubt about that. Of course, Michigan State gets underway tomorrow night up in East Lansing as they play host to Western, and your alma mater underway Saturday night. You going to get a chance to get out there, partner?
Can't get out there this weekend, but going to be able to get out there week 3 when they host Central.
Good. There's a joke there, but I'm just going to let it go, okay? Clarkston up 17-0. Boy, this kid can really boom the ball. Aiden O'Neill out of the end zone, and now Belleville really up against it. I mean, the good news is there's a heck of a lot of time left in this football game, a heck of a lot of time left in this quarter, but they find themselves down 17-0.
Yeah, they do, and you see right here, the old Lion mascot.
Look at Rory. Rory, I'm so glad you could make it over.
Not too far of a drive for him,
No, not at all.
Or a strut, I should say.
NFL starts a week from tonight, and of course the Lions, a mere 10 days away. They have to travel to Lambeau Field. Franklin shotgun formation. Tigers trail 17-0. Going to try to get something going on the ground. Not this time. Boy, as good as the Clarkston offense has played, I think this defense has matched their intensity as well, Grant.
Yeah, they have. And you take credit. I mean, you think of, we talked with Coach Pintar. He said last year we only had 21 seniors graduate. And for them, that was the light year. This year, they have about 39, 40 seniors on their roster, and they're feeling like it was the year before the year last year, and this year's feeling like the year. And you can see by the way that they're playing complementary football, they're playing on a string, they're playing in unison, they're playing Clarkston Wolves football here.
Trip receivers, split to the near side, and the 2nd and 9. Franklin looking over that defense. Shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. Going up top, he's got a man out there. Complete. 40, 35, 30, 25. A heck of a ball there by Kendall Franklin, the junior quarterback.
And about time they get a playmaker in open space. You're going to see Trey Britton here in the slot. And they were communicating pre-snap. Trey's just like, give me a chance, man. Give me a chance. And Kendall Franklin right there just throws it deep. Trey Britton had a great move on the safety there. Gave him a little rocker step and gave him a little ounce of separation there. And great throw, great catch. And finally we see a little explosion, a little life in this Belleville Tigers offense.
Getting back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Trip receivers near side. Man in motion from the far to the near. Fake the handoff. Blitz coming. Franklin didn't see it. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. Clarkston picks it up. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cam Love.
Number 9, LeBron Powell. Kicked at number 9, Dave Mansour. Touchdown. Clarkston Wolves.
Man, oh man. I mean, one good thing happens, and then it's a bad play here, and you're just going to see it right here. He's dropping back, and the backside edge is free, and he sees it, but not enough time to react, and that ball is out today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Great job, and you're taught when you see green grass, try to scoop, and right there, Gabe Mansour does a great job of saying, hey, I'm going to go get mine today, and hey, if you had Clarkston scoring a defensive touchdown today, go ahead and mark that off your bingo card.
That's Mansour again. I apologize animately. These jersey numbers are tough to see,
they
folks. There's no other way to say that. That light yellow on that white jersey, that is tough to see, but indeed, don't want to take anything away from the big man, Gabe Mansour, the senior tight end, defensive end.
I'm sitting here thinking now, and that really is, Kendall Franklin's true, really first MA, bad play, missed assignment right there, fumbling the football. He hasn't played awful before that, but I'm wondering if there's any talk on the sideline about Lincoln Sellers. Coach raved about the backup quarterback, had really good things to say about him. I just wonder if there's any chatter on if he may get the nod here, just to see if something sparks this offense.
Aiden O'Neill awaits this snap. Flag comes down. Did they take too much time? Yeah, delay a game indeed, so move them back 5 yards. Hey, the way Aiden O'Neill booms the ball, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Get some of that stuff out of your system now in the first game, especially when you're up 23-0. Boy, it has been all Clarkston here so far this afternoon. So we'll do it again. O'Neill paces off. Awaits this snap on the point after attempt. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
And the kick is good.
Hey, by the way, with high school sports back in action, we ask you to pull those phones out and capture the big moments yourself on the field. Send us your clips at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision or via our social media DMs. I think Grant Perry, we're in kind of in a state of shock right now. I mean, we knew how good Clarkston was. I'm not taking anything away from that. But to be up 24-0 with 4:31 to go here in the second quarter, there's a little bit of a wow factor going on right now.
Yeah, there is. Up here in the booth, and, Clarkston, I guarantee you, they're playing how they want to play. They're loving it. They're expecting it. This is what they talked about all week. They want to come and dominate. But then you look at the Belleville sideline, and they probably having some of the same, like, what do we do? What's going on? Like, this isn't the Belleville Tigers of years past. And so, as coaches, when you get in that locker room, you got to find a way to get a spark, to get something going. And, with a team of a lot of underclassmen, a lot of young guys, you're going to have to find a way to find your identity quickly and fast. Because, right now in this PKC opening, you're down 24, about to be going into half. So look for the Belleville Tigers to try to find something, whether that may be Lincoln Sellers at quarterback or a different change to what they do on offense. But something's got to change.
Aiden O'Neill set to kick off again. Arguably the busiest man on the field. He sends this one deep, but this one's returnable. Taken far side of the field, 6-yard line. Makes a cut at the 20. Can't get out of a tackle at about the 24 and brought down there. Beautiful facility down here on the campus of Wayne State University. Speaking of the Warriors, they will be underway a week from tonight. They kick their 2025 campaign off. Another former Michigan guy at the helm, head coach Tyrone Wheatley, and the Warriors hosting Tiffin from this beautiful field a week from tonight. D2 football is exceptional. Had the privilege of calling it for a few years. So many high school players moving on to the D2 ranks. Trip receivers near side, one on the far side. Let's see if Belleville can get something going. Franklin back to pass. That ball was tipped and falls incomplete.
Gabe Mansour in there on the deflection. And whether it's the run game and not being able to own the line of scrimmage and push them the other way, even in the pass game, Kendall Franklin is having to try to navigate these throwing windows, and he's getting flustered. They're applying pressure, really kind of just shrinking the throwing lanes for Kendall Franklin.
4:21 to go here in this second quarter. Belleville faced with a 2nd and 10. Going to keep the ball on the ground. Nothing doing there. Boy, one of the interior linemen just dove down on the ground and grabbed his feet and would not let go. I believe that was Chase Olson that just grabbed the legs and said, come on, somebody come and support me.
Yeah, hey, if you grab onto something, and if you get the legs, man, they can't run without the legs. Really good job there by the defensive end, number 90, Chase Olson. And
so 3rd and long. Franklin, shotgun, trip receivers near side, one far side. Fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, first down. Nice pass there, just a simple slant all the way up to the 40-yard line, Grant.
There you go. And as a coach, as a player, you just want to see completions. You want to see good footwork, and you want to see the quarterback have a little bit of confidence. Right there, he sits in the pocket, makes up his mind, and puts a ball right there on his receiver for a first down.
Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage, trying to get some tempo going for this Tiger offense. Franklin back to pass. Ball again. Looked like it was tipped, or maybe, just maybe, he was hit as he was delivering it. Regardless, the pass falls incomplete.
Yep, a little bit of both. The captain there, Bodie St. Amar there with the pressure. Really good job. And he came from the D tackle position. It looked like he was in a 1 technique or a 2, really just over the guard or over the center. He just rushed right up the middle, and it just wasn't blocked.
2nd and 10, clock stop, 3:27 to go here in this second quarter. Franklin back to pass, feels the pressure from the backside, going to have to step up and run. Makes a couple men miss. Nice second effort to carry up past the 45 before he's dragged down by Lucas Bowman all the way up at the 48-yard line. I think they're going to mark him down at the 47, but great job feeling that backside pressure.
A really good job. And these alley defenders, the Bowman twins, that's the Sam linebacker and the nickel defender. They're playing the edge in the alley, and right there, the Bowman, I think it was Lucas, he flares out in front of the throw, forcing Kendall to keep it and run, and he does a good job there breaking a few tackles, picking up some good yards there on 2nd down.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 2 from their own 48-yard line. Still shotgun formation. They pitch it back. Not a chance. Not a chance. Blown up by Griffin Bowman. Why don't we throw it down to Patty while we have a moment? Patty Cesarini down on the field. What do you got?
Thanks, guys. Just wanted to say, don't go anywhere at halftime. We're going to send it to our studio, our Mr. Football Anvil Award, and we debuted our top 10 for Volleyball Player of the Year. So don't go anywhere. We've got that and much more at halftime. Back to you guys.
Appreciate you, Patty. Certainly a punting position, one would assume. Grant Perry.
Absolutely. Still, a good amount of time. I mean, with the way that Clarkston has been playing, they could score in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2 minutes. So you don't want to play any games. You don't want to go down 30 plus. Punt this ball away. Try to build a little confidence here going into the half. Find a way to get your guys rallied and come out hot second half.
James Graves, the senior kicker and punter, stands on his own 26-yard line. Boy, it has been all Clarkston here this first half. It really has.
And this Belleville team, I mean, there's always, you got to replace your roster. You got to account for the guys that leave. But this Belleville team definitely does not look like what they were a year ago as far as just size, speed, athleticism. They're going to have to find guys that can get the job done for them here this year.
Colton Williams stands on his own 25, awaiting this punt. Graves, short punt, near side of the field. Angled it well out of bounds. I don't think he got a lot on that.
Mm-mm.
Hey, by the way, let's take you back to last year's game between Belleville and Clarkston at the PKC. As I recall, I think it was about 115 degrees that day.
Mm-hmm.
A back-and-forth tussle all night long, but a late Bryce Underwood touchdown run sealed a 35-28 win for the Tigers. Heck of a game last year. It really was.
Mm-hmm. It was. Clarkston did a great job of earning those hard yards. They stayed and kept their offense on the field. And when Bryce got the opportunity, man, he just took over on the ground mainly. And it was back and forth, slow-paced game versus Bryce's fast pace. And Bryce got the ball last, and you know what happens usually when he gets the ball last. Good things happen.
Let's see if Coach Pintar, with this 24-0 lead, says, hey, guys, let's try to punch one more in. Wyschenko in the shotgun sends a man in motion. Gonna hand it off to that man in motion. He's got the edge. Very close to a first down, but a flag comes in, back in behind the play, and unfortunately we've got a Tiger down right about the location of that flag as well. Thank goodness he's on his feet.
And that's what you want to see, though. You want to see, Clarkston guys helping him up. This is a tough, dangerous, hard-nosed sport, but at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, just opposite sides. Really good sportsmanship there by the Clarkston Wolves.
That's going to be a face mask against the Wolves. So that'll move them back. 2:17 to go in this second quarter. Clarkston with a 24-0 lead over the Belleville Tigers.
Yeah, and if you're Clarkston here, you start the drive off, P and 10, first play and 10, you're feeling good. Right here, you want to just get some positive yards, but the main message to your players is, hey, no silly plays, hold on to the ball. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot going from here after that 15-yard penalty.
Alex Wyschenko, the junior quarterback, looking over that defense. He's got two receivers split outside, two on the inside. Sends a man in motion on this 1st and 25. Wyschenko back to pass. Sets up the screen. A lot of room out there. Boy, he gets a block. Makes a cut at the 35, out past the 40, all the way up to about the 41-yard line. So, Grant, they got those 15 yards back and then some, setting up a much more manageable 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and I think the difference this year with Clarkston versus last year is, and talking with Coach Pintar, he mentioned it, is their ability to be so diverse and whether who they're getting the ball to or what they do as a scheme-wise. And they feel like they have 5 or 6 receivers that can go make and change the game. And right there you see a receiver, Colton Williams, getting a touch here. And Jack Kops had that play that face mask was on. So you're seeing a lot of guys in the rotation. It's hard for Belleville to pick up on the cues.
Wyschenko sets up that bubble screen, can't get those blocks, finds a little room out there, takes it into Belleville territory, but again, a hanky down on the field, near side of the field.
Taylor pushes him out of bounds.
I was just going to say, too, hey, you're 1 yard away from the first. It's go time now if you're Clarkston, but this might change it.
Yeah, indeed it does. It is going against Clarkston. So $1:32 left in this first half. 5-yard penalty. will replay second down, so this should turn it into a 2nd and 14. And I think I'm going to go downstairs and hug whoever the DJ is because he's playing the Godzilla song here. Just a big Godzilla fan. I just wanted to get that out there. Good stuff. So Clarkston has 1 timeout remaining if they elect to use it. They're faced with a 2nd and 14 at their own 37-yard line. Up 24-0. Line up 2 receivers outside, 2 receivers inside, and keep Wyschenko in that shotgun formation on this 2nd and 14. He rolls outside, he looks outside, waiting, fires just out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Colton Williams out there. Looked like he had a step on his man, just couldn't complete that pass.
And then just a little boot left, roll out, trying to get a little corner route by Colton Williams, number 12 there, and the safety there, I think it was number 2, Giante Davis. Let me correct that. No, David Jackson, the captain, did a great job. He's playing that safety spot where it's called catch coverage, where you just sitting and you're just going to collision the receiver, push him off his route, and then just match onto him. And he does a good job. He had first contact to Colton, which if the refs saw it, maybe they got a call, but wasn't really egregious. So gets reroutes Colton, and Colton wasn't able then to get up and catch up to the ball.
Trip receivers lined up outside, 1 on the near side. Wyschenko with the single back behind him on this 3rd and 14. Awaits the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, rolls outside, waiting, finally just throws it away. Wise decision. That would have been a loss of about 10 yards if he held onto the ball for a second longer. You live to fight another day and punt the ball away.
Yep, and that's the beautiful thing about it, right? You don't hurt yourself. You have a couple penalties there that set you back, but you don't make any mistakes that lead to points for Belleville there. So you go ahead and punt the ball away. You always say you want to end the drive in a kick, whether that preferably is a field goal, but a punt is not the worst thing at the end of the day too, especially if you're preserving a lead.
So 57 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. Game 1 of the doubleheader here at the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic. So glad you could join us on Local 4 Plus and, of course, the State Champs Network. Nice snap. Just angling that ball near side. Oh, it's muffed. Ball is loose, but picking it up on the bounce. Great job sticking with it, Morris there. My goodness gracious, that could have been a disaster, but instead, decent position here. By the way, can we flash back to 2014? I'm going to see if you remember this. Brother Rice takes on Chicago Brother Rice. Who is that guy taking it to the house? Who is that guy?
Grant Perry. That's the name I got.
Boy,
that's
rings
me.
A bell. It rings a bell.
No way.
The Warriors come out on top 40-34 here at the Prep Kickoff Classic. How well do you remember that, partner?
Pretty well. That was a good game. And it was weird, too, because the other team we were playing was Brother Rice. So it felt like we were playing ourselves. A little interesting. It was fun, though. Had a great day.
Franklin back to pass. Nice job avoiding the first tackle and the second tackle. Boy, that looked like it was going to be a loss for 2-3 yards. Grant instead, it ends up being a gain of about 5 yards to Britton.
Yeah, Britton getting loose in the phone booth there, just making guys miss in tight spaces. And number 42, Hunter Koth there, slow to get up. But, Belleville's got to find a way to get Trey Britton the ball.
Timeout on the field. By the way, can I share some breaking NFL news with our audience?
Please do.
According to Adam Schefter, the Dallas Cowboys have traded All-Pro. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, give it to us.
Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers.
That's twice a year. We got to see that man, fellas and ladies. But that's all right. We like good challenges.
Bring it. I'm looking at you, Parsons. I can't wait to see you at Lambeau in 10 days. Now, that's easy for me to say. I'm not lining up against the guy.
Yeah.
I can talk that tough bravado, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Having to block him is a whole different discussion.
Wow.
That is a blockbuster trade right there.
Parsons and the Packers allegedly have already reached an agreement on a 4-year, $188 million contract that includes a $120 million fully guaranteed signing. Wow. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Franklin in the shotgun. He's got trip receivers near side. Back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got the first down and more. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does. Stopping the clock at 18 seconds remaining, up to about the 42-yard line. 18 seconds remaining. Clarkston on top, 24-0. But Belleville trying to make a statement here, Grant, late in this second quarter.
Yep. And I will say that Franklin's clock in the pocket is speeding up. He's doing a good job of getting through the line of scrimmage and running the ball right now.
Franklin back to pass, steps up again, completes it. What a grab in traffic at about the 25-yard line and falling forward to about the 22-yard line. Guess who? Mr. Britton, who's been busy, has this junior wide receiver.
Trey Britton. He's kind of got a Devontae Smith type of build from Alabama back in the day. It kind of looks like him on the field when I'm watching it here. But, I mean, when Belleville is trying to attack, everything that they're doing, I mean, in the few plays that they've had that are successful, they're even hard. Like, the quarterback's throwing through pressure, receivers coming through 2 or 3 guys, in the zone coverage. Like, Clarkston is doing a great job of making it hard. Even when Belleville does have a first down or a good run, Belleville's earning that. And is making it really hard on Belleville's offense. And right now you can tell Kendall Franklin's kind of just trying to playground a little bit, get through the line of scrimmage, waiting to throw it, and throws it late. Kendall Franklin trying to make something happen here with about 11 seconds left in this half.
Sounds like Mary J's in the booth with us, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
11 seconds remaining in this first half. Clarkston on top, 24-0, but Belleville threatening deep into Clarkston territory, down to the 22-yard line. They have an eternity to work with, folks. 11 seconds and a timeout. Grant, I think you know this better than anybody. That's a lot of time. Let's see what they dial up here. Do you take the shot now or maybe try to get it closer?
I'm going to attack up to the top of the field up here. Wide splits. Everything's in the boundary. You get a little bit of a better one-on-one type look to the top of the field. I would expect them to go out there.
Kendall Franklin looks that way. Now looks near side. Completes near side. Stepping right out of bounds is Logan Wade, the senior wide receiver, at about the 16-yard line. So gain is 6, getting them closer. Still have 7 seconds and a timeout to work with.
Yep, and good job. I mean, really good job. Just taking the easy throw to the boundary, the quick, fast throw. Good job by the senior receiver, getting out of bounds, preserving some clock and a timeout. They're still in a 2-play type of territory, but the clock has got to go off after 2 seconds. If you're Franklin, you got to get rid of the football or get outside of the pocket and then get rid of the football.
Trip receivers near side, one on the far side. Franklin, shotgun formation, gets the snap, back to pass, throws it short side, complete, dancing out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. I believe that's Westbrook that time. So this is interesting. 2 seconds left.
Yep.
Do you take one shot down 24-0? Because you're going to take that time out in the room with you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get off a play here.
I think you go for it. I mean, I think we can count the amount of times that Belleville has been this close to the red zone. You don't know if you're going to be back down here, so try to get as many points as you can. 3 is not going to really do you much in this spot here.
They bring the pressure from the outside, looking into the end zone. Touchdown! If all else fails, get the ball to your playmaker and let him make a play. And that is exactly what Trey Britton did.
Good job. And I mean, 2 seconds left. You need it. Where do you go? You go to the guy that's getting offered by everybody in the country. Alabama, UCLA, West Virginia, you name it, he's got it. And right here, Kendall Franklin does a great job of saying, you know what, I'm going to go to my guy, Trey Britton, right here. And he throws a dime, back shoulder. Great job by the receiver there of getting up. Oh, and it looks like, let me see that back. We might have a new ruling on this play.
Wow. They're taking a look at it right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Clarkston's running off the field.
Yeah.
You got 6 on the board here, but let's take a closer look here.
Great angle here, too. We're going to be able to see this nice and clear.
Britton goes up.
Pass on the field is
Wow.
Yeah.
Grant, all right, you're the wide receiver, so I know you're gonna defer to the wide receiver.
It hurts, man. It hurts. I want to give him the catch. I wish it was NFL films out here. We had like 17 cameras where you can see the blade of grass that he crosses, but the ball is moving. You can't tell if it hits the ground. Close call.
Why don't we throw it down to Patty Cesarini now? Patty?
Coach, your team is now firing on both sides of the football, especially in that last drive. What do you like out of the way your team has started the first game of the 2025 season?
Yeah, I thought both sides of the ball, our offensive line and our wide receivers are doing an excellent job blocking. And then defensively, I thought our guys up front were dominating and kind of controlling the line of scrimmage. And we talk to them all the time, if we could control the line of scrimmage, guys, we're going to have a lot of success. And I thought we were flying around and making a lot of plays and taking advantage of those opportunities.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
They had the 6 on the board, Grant. You and I thought it was 6, but you take a look at that replay. That's why they got the officials down on the field. Belleville comes away with nothing. So, after the first half of play, it was all Clarkston in that first half. Make no mistake about it. They take a 24-0 lead into the halftime. Hey, don't you go anywhere. As Patty said, we've got to look at the Anvil Award. You've got to look at our first top 10. Grant, fun first half. We'll come back and talk about what we expect out of the second half here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99. Why? Because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. We don't skimp on the Roni just to save an extra buck on our end. Who does that? We're out here packing Classic Cup pep into every single bite. That's right. This is how we do pizza. No BS. Order a 73 Classic for just $9.99 while the pepperoni lasts. We're not playing. We do bold.
Hungry?
Howie's! If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the State Champs Mr. Football Race presented by Hungry Howie's Pizza. I'm Lauren Plant, and we are breaking down the top 10 candidates battling for the title of Michigan's best high school football player this season. Each week, we're going to take you deep on a contender, their skills, their story, what makes them a true difference maker on the field. Joining me, as always, is our Mr. Football analyst, Sean Belize. Sean, good to have you, man. How you doing?
This is outstanding. I love this new setup. It's fantastic. Let's get the Augusta jokes out of the way. We're in Butler Cabin right now, but no, hey, this is such a great time of year. It's about to kick off, so let's do it, Lauren.
All right, well, this week's player has football in his DNA. His dad played in the NFL. He's already committed to the Michigan State Spartans. Can turn a routine play into a highlight reel in seconds. Maybe the audience has an idea who I'm talking about. Sean, who's our guy this week?
Samson Gash, and it's often said, Lauren, there's no substitute for speed. And this guy is a burner. And when I say a burner, I'm talking state record burner. He set a record in the finals last year in the 100M. I mean, that is flying right now.
Yeah.
So there's no substitute in really any sport for speed. This kid has it and then some to burn. And then you throw in, this is a guy that can hurt you in a myriad of ways. He can hurt you on the defensive side of the ball in the secondary. He can hurt you as a receiver. He can hurt you as a running back. Last year, he had just under 1,100 yards rushing and receiving 20, count them, 20 touchdowns. So Catholic Central had a very memorable year last year. Didn't get to where they wanted to, but Samson Gash is part of the reason why Catholic Central is going to be formidable yet again this season.
And we're seeing kind of this evolution of the Catholic Central offense, something that used to be very predictable. How are they going to be smart and get him involved as much as possible?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is the way that the game has changed. And don't get me wrong, there's still a place for 3 yards in a cloud of dust and going mano and everything. But this is a new era of Catholic Central football. I think Justin's done such a fantastic job there, and it's only going to get better. Yeah. So when you have a weapon like this, you're darn right. You use him on the defensive side of the ball, and you use him any which way you can, because, again, you get that speed in open field. Lauren, there's such a big difference between a guy like that and even the fast guys on your team. It's just that extra pop. And I think that's what has really set Samson Gash apart, and part of the reason why, this guy was recruited all over the country. We've, as you well know better than anybody, we're starting to get guys that are getting recruited nationally, not just by some of the big boys around here. I'm sure everybody's happy up in East Lansing that he's going there, but this is a guy that he could have picked a few places to go to, and that's a testament to the talent that he has and really the talent in this great state of Michigan.
He's the kind of player who doesn't just change a game, he takes it over. That's why he's firmly in the hunt for this year's Mr. Football Award. And hey, don't just watch, be a part of the race. Voting is open right now. Head to statechampsnetwork.com, click on SC Awards, and that's where you can make your pick. And remember, the leading vote getter can never be removed from the top 10, so your support matters. Catch more deep dives on all 10 candidates every week right here and across our socials, because when it comes to Michigan's best, we live it, we breathe it, and we bring it. We'll see you next week.
Plymouth High School football players aren't the only ones gearing up for this season, so are their moms. At the 3rd annual Plymouth High School Football Moms Clinic, the moms of the players get to learn a little bit more about the game of football in itself, but they also get to have a little bit of some fun.
So 49 years, Farmington Hills Harrison, moms did this clinic. My moms for all those years. And I thought that was such a cool thing that, seeing my buddies' moms and my mom all hanging together. It was such a, it built that camaraderie, right? I get to Wyandotte. I'm there for 3 years. Their mom's clinic was amazing. When I got the go ahead post-COVID here, I just said, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to take a little bit of Harrison, a little bit of Wyandotte, a little bit of my own pizzazz, and it's just, it's taken off. 41 moms back here ready to roll. So it's going to be a lot of fun today.
Yay, moms!
The backbone of every successful team is a good group of moms, and the Plymouth Moms Clinic kickstarts their teamwork for the rest of the season.
It gives us a chance to be out here together, get to know each other. It helps when you're planning the next event. Like, you can call up that mom, like, hey, I met you at the Moms Clinic, let's plan homecoming, and you see them at the games and the stands, and you sit together and cheer for your teams. You get to know their sons, and so it just really does help build that sense of team for the moms too.
Bringing the moms together is only one aspect of this event. They also get to have the players teach them more about the game.
It's really fun because honestly, moms usually think quarterback throwing the ball, that's all football is. And when they come out here and see the whole aspect of the game, O-line, defense, it really brings the whole picture, and they learn and understand football better.
It just gives you a respect for all the work that the boys put in and all the time and what it takes to be good at this game. Even you wouldn't think throwing a football is hard, but it's very complicated. I still have trouble getting it right. Hopefully I'll master it this 3rd time.
And the final thing on the agenda is that the moms get to put the pads on and take a crack at their son.
Do it.
Yeah!
I think I broke my neck.
After a fun day, both the players and their moms are ready for the season.
Time now to Tech This Out, presented by Lawrence Technological University. Don't wait, don't hope, recruit yourself. At Lawrence Technological University, we believe your future in college sports shouldn't depend on who finds you. You take the first shot. You recruit yourself. With 26 varsity sports, world-class coaching, and athletic scholarships, LTU is ready to compete with you on the team. From traditional powerhouses to fast-growing new programs, your opportunity starts here. And off the field, LTU's hands-on degrees from engineering to sport management prepare you for a career that lasts far beyond game day. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com. Fill out the short form. It's quick, it's real, and it starts with you. This is your future, so don't wait for someone to discover you. We want you at LTU. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
This is Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell, and this is attorney Mark Bernstein. Both of these men are respected, but only one of them can get you money after an accident.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
I'm Dave Peabody with Legacy Partners Insurance. Metro Detroit, we've seen it all. Ice storms in May, orange construction barrels year-round. Somehow, it always works out. Detroit doesn't just get through it. We get through it together. And at Legacy Partners, we've been with you for generations. Auto, home, business, life. We keep it simple. No unnecessary runaround. No robotic hold music. We're right here protecting what matters. Legacy Partners. Detroit strong, insurance smart.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
I'm working right now, and so is Sam Bernstein Law. They're open right now. You know why? Because they work as hard as me to win. Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need today. Open 24/7. That's the Bernstein advantage. Open right now. Call Sam.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the State Champs Anvil Award, delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. I'm Lauren Plant. Every week we shine a spotlight on the big men in the trenches, the ones who protect the quarterback, open lanes, dominate the line of scrimmage. These guys don't always get the glory, but make no mistake, they win games. So joining me to break it all down is our Anvil Award analyst, the former head coach at Canton High School, and a Michigan Coaches High School Hall of Famer, Tim Beckler. Tim, great to have you, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. Great. How are you?
I'm great. Tim, this week's candidate is already committed to Notre Dame. He anchors one of the toughest lines in the state at Portage Northern, and he's versatile enough to handle both tackle spots depending on what the team needs. Who's our guy this week?
Greg Patrick, 6'5", 275-pounder, three-sport athlete, and it shows. He plays basketball as well and baseball. And, to be able to play right tackle and left tackle, they switch him all over the place, is very difficult because he uses a right-handed stance and he uses a left-handed stance. And, there's science to football and angles, but if you got a left-handed stance, you want your left foot back for pass blocking and down blocking purposes. And a lot of kids cannot do that, but he's an athlete. He handles it seamlessly.
Now, when you turn on the tape, what really jumps out about the way Gregory blocks?
They run some gap schemes. So what that means is when they're running to his side, he has to cave down. He's got a down block, double team, and work to the backside backer. And man, he just caves it right in and climbs to the backer. He's dominant with doing that. But he's also, when they run in the counter tray away from him, he pulls. He's just an athlete. He gets there quick. He's under control. He climbs up on the linebacker, gets to that level, and just dominates when he gets there. Lastly, his pass protection. His balance and base is perfect. This young man's well coached, but he is also one heck of an athlete.
What kind of ceiling do you see for this athlete if he's coached up the way he should be?
He's going to put on weight, but being that athletic and quick at 275, I bet they can get him up to 310, 315, and he'll be just as athletic and quick there. The ceiling's NFL. I mean, he's going to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's special.
All right, well, Gregory Patrick is one of the reasons the Anvil Award exists. It's to shine a spotlight on the players who grind in the trenches, make their teams better every single snap. So don't forget, you have a say in this race. Voting is open right now at statechampsnetwork.com. Just click on SC Awards and select Anvil Award to cast your vote. Now remember, the leading vote getter can never be removed from the top 10, so your support matters. Follow along every week as we highlight Michigan's best linemen, because when it comes to high school football, we live it, we breathe it, and we bring it to you.
It's time for the Recruit Report with the recruiting guru himself, Alan True. Alan, we finally got the long-awaited news on August 15th about CJ Sadler's commitment. Talk a little bit about his fit, not only to UNC, but what we can expect, right, coming up for him in his senior year.
Yeah, I think the fit at UNC is really good, and some people may be surprised to hear that because they weren't in the picture that much throughout the recruiting process. They offered him a little bit later than some schools, but when he went down there and had a chance to talk to Bill Belichick and his staff, I think he felt very, very comfortable with how they were going to use him. A big part of his recruitment, he wanted to have the chance to play in all three phases of the game, which he's done for what's going to be 4 years at Cass Tech now. So he wants to play slot receiver. He wants to return punts and kicks, but he also wants the opportunity to play defensive back, and their staff is going to let him do that. So I think the fit is very strong. I comped him to Troy Brown. Bill Belichick had a player in Troy Brown with the Patriots who's already played in all those phases of the game, returned punts and kicks, played corner, played receiver. So he's not afraid to use those types of players. You look at how much success he's had over the years with slot receivers with the New England Patriots. So I think all around, it's a great fit for CJ. And I think as a senior, no reason to think he's not going to continue to do what he's done for the last 3 years at Cass Tech, which is make them a state title contender by performing in every phase of the game and being a Mr. Football candidate.
Yeah, and I love that. All right, well, thank you so much, Alan, and we will see you in a few weeks.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Welcome back to another one of our Volleyball Player of the Year segments presented by Michigan Elite. Alongside Ren McCauley, I'm Patty Cesarini, and the time has finally come to give you the top 10 that are up for our Volleyball Player of the Year award. Ren, when we look at this list, we have a good mix of class of 26 and of 27. What are your initial thoughts looking at this list?
Well, I am super excited to see how this is all going to play out. With the younger kids, are they going to beat out the older kids, or are the older kids going to stay on top? It's going to be a really fun battle.
And voting will begin next week, so you can go to statechampsnetwork.com to cast your vote. Now, let's move aside and now take a look at our top 20 teams so far for this season. Ren, when we look at this list now, the Division I state runner-up Rockford, they come in at number 1. What do you like about this list? What can we maybe expect to shuffle around?
Rockford, they have a Player of the Year candidate up on their team, so I'm really excited to see how they'll play out, if they'll make another run for state champs. And for the rest of the list, there's a good mix of like new top 10 teams, and some of the big dogs are not up there. So I'm really excited to see how this season will play out this year.
And once again, only time will tell. This is just the start. It's going to get crazy. We've always seen it as time goes on. But that's all that we've got for you here on our Volleyball Player of the Year and our Top 20 Teams segment. We will catch you next week.
Time now to check this out. Powered by Lawrence Technological University. The high school football season is finally here. Across Michigan, thousands of players chasing Friday night glory, and for many, hoping their performance lands them on the radar of college coaches. For some, that dream starts here at Lawrence Technological University, where new head coach Oscar Olenichek knows exactly what it takes to make the jump.
First of all, they should enjoy their high school experience. So many times they're so worried about college and making it to the next level, they forget about playing high school ball and enjoying it. The other thing I would say is you got to understand that the college level, it is 12 months. Okay, you're going to train for 12 months, your body, your mind, and get ready schematically for football. So that's the bigger difference between college and high school. And then the speed of the game is way different.
Oscar has coached at nearly every level, high school, junior college, now the NAIA, and he knows exactly what he's looking for when it comes to recruiting the next generation of Blue Devils.
We are looking for high character high academics and can play at a scholarship level. That is what we're looking for. We start with the character. We talk to the high school coaches. We do involve the high school coaches in this recruiting process. They're very important to us.
This year marks Oscar's first as head coach at Lawrence Tech, though he's no stranger to the program. After serving on staff last season, he's now building a team with a mix of young talent and experienced leadership, and he likes what he sees.
We got a great mix of young and old, but talking to the guys, we're a very young team. We have over 75 guys that have either 3 or 4 years of playing seasons left. So we're very young, but as I tell them, we're 2 weeks in, that young's out the door, okay? But what I'm excited about is how they are coming together as a group, both the young and the old, offense, defense, special teams. I think it's a great chemistry, and we're really building a family built on trusting the process.
If you're a high school athlete and you think you've got what it takes to be a Blue Devil, recruit yourself today at LTURecruitYourself.com. And for fans, don't miss the home opener at Blue Devil Stadium Saturday, September 6th as LTU takes on Marian University from Indiana at 7 p.m. For schedules, tickets, and everything Blue Devil Athletics, visit LTUathletics.com. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99. Why? Because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. We don't skimp on the Roni just to save an extra buck on our end. Who does that? We're out here packing Classic Cup pep into every single bite. That's right. This is how we do pizza. No BS. Order a 73 Classic for just $9.99 while the pepperoni lasts. We're not playing. We do bold.
Hungry?
Howie's! If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Welcome back in. Second half about to commence. Why don't we throw it down to our own Patty Cesarini. Patty?
Coach, as you look to get your team going here in the second half, what was the message in the locker room just now?
Well, we just got to play tougher. We got to play better up front. We got to watch when they come with the overhang, coming from the outside, giving our quarterback some time so he can throw the ball. So we feel that we can correct those mistakes, that we can be back into this ball game. You know, of course, you can't make, when you're playing a team like this, you can't make any mistakes. So with that fumble we had and that miscommunication with the secondary, where they had that pass open, if we could correct some of those, it could be a better ball game. So we really got to get the offense moving, and we got to do better up front.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Sean?
Thank you so much, Patty. Great job as always, along with Grant Perry. My name is Sean Belegian. Your score at the half, 24-0. You heard what the coach had to say. Coach Perry, I just made you coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach Perry, what are you telling the boys in black right now?
Kind of reiterating what Coach Norman said there, he mentioned overhang. And what he means by that is those alley defenders. So like the slot defender, the nickel, or the backside, will in this instance, and the defense that Clarkston runs. They want to secure the edge and not allow the quarterback to be hit. Like I said earlier in that first half, the good things that have gone good for Belleville have come at a price, and they've had to earn every play And Clarkston's doing a great job of making it hard and challenging Belleville to really do anything. And if Belleville wants to get back in this game, they got to win on first and second down on defense, and they got to figure out a way to move that football. I don't know if that's getting Lincoln Sellers some run at quarterback, maybe switching up the look a little bit, but they got to find something to spark them here.
Well, you don't see coaches get traded often, but I'm about to trade you to the other side of the field. What are you saying in the Clarkston locker room?
Clarkston locker room, you don't want the players to feel like the game's over. You want to stay on them. You point out what they did wrong and tell them, hey, we still got two quarters to play here. We're up 24, but don't look at the scoreboard. Let's attack this half like it's 0-0. This is the first game of the year. Everyone's still having fun. Everyone's got those first game jitters still. And you got to imagine that Clarkston is feeling good come out here up 24-0.
Well, that is the score. 24-0 as this second half is about to commence. Don't forget, we've got another game here, and it should be a dandy tonight as the Lake Orion Dragons take on the Northville Mustangs. Northville Mustang jersey's a little familiar, like that Belleville jersey. They rock that black and orange. Belleville will receive this second half kickoff. Take a look at this as we get you hyped up for Lake Orion and Northville. You can check out all the action right here. I want to give a shout out to a guy that told me he's watching the game right now, the former head coach at Northville, Coach Laddick, said he's enjoying the broadcast and he can't wait to watch the Mustangs. I've known Coach Laddick and his wonderful family for many, many years. And I'm not going to lie, I live out there. Both my kids graduated from Northville. So looking forward to that game for a myriad of reasons. Second half about to commence. So glad you could join us. Patty Cesarini down on the field. Grant Perry upstairs. The best crew in the business. Really appreciate all the guys from the state champs team. And my name is Sean Belegian. Second half underway now. Another big booming kick. What else would you expect from Aiden O'Neill, who, Grant, as you said, that young man, we're going to be watching him kick on Saturdays.
Yeah, we will. Aiden O'Neill, I mean, just the talent at the kicking position that Clarkston has had. I mean, Shane Hines of recent years, he was around the age of when I was playing, and the list goes on. My buddy Robbie here that works at State Champs sent me a list. I forgot to write it down, but I mean, there's like 5 or 6 kickers that have come through Clarkston, and have left their mark, and Aiden O'Neill's the next one here.
We'll all be watching Clemson on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to that one. Clemson and LSU. What a wonderful schedule in college football. But right now we got a wonderful game for you here. Empty look. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Looking outside, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Kendall Franklin had his man out there, and it just looked like it bounced high off the chest.
Yeah, that one intended for Trevor Falconer there. The running back, they were in an empty look. He goes out to the outside, and Kendall Franklin just trying to put a ball out there, but I think the slot defender, Trey Britton, thought it was coming to him. He puts his hands up and adds another element to make it hard for Falconer to catch it. Therefore, he ends up dropping it. 2nd
and 10, 4 receivers, 1 man in the backfield. Shotgun formation, under pressure, fires. Oh, dangerous pass, high over the head of the intended receiver. In that dangerous area up the middle, hit as he's throwing. But as Coach said, let's be honest, Coach Norman told our own Patty Cesarini, they got to give their quarterback some time to throw.
Yeah, they do, and you see it a lot when they're running these play fakes. The linebackers, the one linebacker in the middle of the defense, he was blitzing. So if you're a quarterback, you got to try to abort that and let Falconer, the running back number 3, get on that blocker. But right there, the middle linebacker was just able to get there and disrupt the throw.
Trip receivers near side on this 3rd and 10. Completed pass at about the 28. He's going to have to work to get that first down. Can't do it. Again, Grant, like we saw, holding onto that leg oh so tightly, waiting for the pack to come to you, and the Wolves arrived, and that's going to be a 4th and short. I can't imagine them doing that at their own 28 and going for it.
Yeah, I mean, we are approaching the territory in which, like, hey, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. But, yeah, I mean, they don't want to go down 30-something here, so they're going to punt this away, protect their own area of the field. But right there. You look back at that route, maybe that Kevin Perry there, the junior, maybe gets a few more yards on the depth, and he picks that up just a few yards short of the sticks.
So Clarkston looking to get the ball back here after another good defensive stand. This one, short kick again. They're going to take over in Belleville territory, Grant Perry, at the 48-yard line. And let's face it, an offense that doesn't need a lot of help right now.
No, not at all. And when you're punting like that, you might as well go for it. I mean, what's 15 yards for trying for 2 at this point? And if you're a coach or you're on the Belleville sideline, you got to find a way to put some trust in your players, get them fired up, and as a player, a former player, when your coach looks at you and in the huddle and says, "Guys, let's go for it," it puts a level of trust into your team and it builds the confidence. And I'm sure we'll see it come down the line here where they go for it. But I think that was a situation in which they maybe should have, just based off of where that punt went.
Love to see those up-close camera views. Our guy John Kidd down there providing that. Trip receivers far side, Wyschenko, shotgun formation on this first down. Fakes a handoff, throws, ball is batted down. No chance there. Getting some quick hands up. I believe that was Xavier Marks up front that got those big paws in the air, Grant.
Yeah, good job by Xavier Marks right there. A little RPO action where, quarterback, he knows that he's hot off the defensive end, which was Xavier Marks, but he's just got to find a way to navigate that throw around the window of that defender. And that time Xavier Marks was able to get a hand up. And going back to the keys for Belleville here, you got to win first and second down versus a powerful attack by Clarkston. And right there, they won first down. If they can keep this to 2-3, third down is in their favor. They just got to get there.
Wyschenko, as he's been all game, shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Man in motion on this 2nd and 10. Going to keep it on the ground. Huge hole. First down and more, out past the 35 and finally brought down at the 33-yard line. Griffin Bowman.
And one of the beautiful things about getting guys in motion and changing the look as an offense pre-snap is you get guys that think that they have to move or shift or align, and then what do? They run the Bowman twin right up the middle and split the defense right there. Good job there by getting the motion, the window dressing, as we call it at the college level. Get the defense looking like it's one thing and then just split them up the middle, and that's what Clarkston did right there.
Wyschenko looking over that defense, fresh set of downs from the 33-yard line. Rolling near side, waiting, firing, wants it all, got a man out there, overshot him. Boy, Childs Jr. was wide open, running near side. Wyschenko just couldn't hit him.
And that's, if there's a guy on Clarkston you want running wide open, it's Wendell Childs. The junior was, I think he won the 800-meter, for their track team. He's a runner, a sprinter, a guy that's got great endurance. And right there, double move on the slot, ran an out and up, got the safety that was Giante Morris to bite. And right there, Alex Wyschenko, just a little bit too much air. It's really one of his first bad throws of the day, if you will.
10:04 to go here, third quarter, movement up front. I think he's going to say they moved on the offensive line. I'm not sure he's going to win that argument. Let's see. They're going to have a little conversation about it. 24-0, Clarkston on top. Oh, he was right. They're going to move it back. They're going to move that back. Hey, that's what you're taught to do, Grant. You move on that offensive line, and those defensive linemen are going to jump over.
Yeah, you're taught, hey, if he moves, you go and flash. And
prior to the snap, encroachment.
And we misspoke.
Here we go again. Okay. By the way, Wendell Child, can this guy move? Check this out. How about the 800-meter champ?
Man, I had the pleasure of running the 400 in high school, and that was a race at the end of the day where you some days you try to hide from it. Literally, you'd be like, I don't want to run it. I can't imagine what goes into the 800. That is a tough race.
2nd and 5. Wyschenko looking over that defense with 2 receivers to the outside. A little trickeration here, coming new side with a block from Wyschenko. Breaks a tackle at the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10. Boy, what a heck of a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort by Wendell Childs Jr. Looked like he was running the 800.
Yeah, they did. And what do you know? Right here, they're just going to run the outside zone, but it's not. It's the reverse. Really good job. They've been hitting them on the outside zone all day, so they add a little variant to it, and they bring the 800-meter state champion Wendell Childs across with the reverse. And Belleville just not tackling right there, allowing Wendell Childs to get yards after contact.
First and goal for the Wolves, looking to break this one wide open. Lucas Bowman in the backfield. Wyschenko called his number down here before. Let's see what he does here. He gives it actually to Griffin Bowman and into the end zone. Griffin Bowman for the Clarkston touchdown.
Just right up the middle. This is just bully football here. Clarkston has all the momentum, all the pride, if you will, right now, and they're just sticking it to him, man. They just say, hey, you know what? We're gonna run it right down your face there and see if you stop it, and they're just kind of breaking the will of this Belleville defense, if you will.
Well, arguably the busiest man on the field, Aiden O'Neill, going in for another point after attempt.
Watch his preparation here. I appreciate the way.
Very meticulous.
Yes, and if you didn't seen him kick one, you'd think that he was a sniper. Just watching him do that, that is impressive stuff. Preparation is important, and that's pretty sweet.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 31-0 now with 9:48 to go here in this third quarter, Grant Perry.
It's been a good one, man. Right here, the touchdown run. They're going to bring the motion back. And then just the inside zone here, and it's just a push off the football, the guard, the tackle. Really good job up front. I mean, those guys, Bodie St. Amar's, number 62, Zach Radlick, number 70. Guys just paving the way up front. And once you get to a point where you're up 30-0, 31-0, you can feel the other team quitting. You can look across that ball and say, all right, this guy, he put his hand down real slow. Let's come off this football and drive him back. And I got a feeling that we're going to see that the rest of the game here as Clarkston has just done what they want, been able to do anything that they want, and they're really showing that they're the stronger team here today.
Belleville has had their moments, Grant. They've just been too few and far between.
It feels like one step forward, two steps back. Yeah. Back with Belleville. And they just can't, the rhythm, it's 3 and out. They just haven't been able to find that rhythm to keep this Clarkston offense off the field.
Aiden O'Neill set to kick this one off. You're never going to believe it. He sent it well out of the end zone again. Boy, we've said that a few times tonight here, haven't we?
Sure have.
Hey, let me tell you guys about FanVision. With high school sports back in action, we ask you to pull those phones out. Go on, do it. You heard me do it. And capture the big moments on the field. Send us your clips at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision or via our social media DMs. Well, going all the way is Kendall Franklin, the junior quarterback, wearing the number 7. They haven't done a good job of keeping him clean, Grant. Don't know how much we can put on the shoulders of that young man. Trips receivers near side. Going to keep the ball on the ground. Nothing doing there. That big wall of white just pushed him back as the ball was given to Foley. He didn't have a chance there. Trenton Foley, the junior running back. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, they're going to say he lost about a foot.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
Boy, look at that sky. That doesn't look good.
Oh, we got something rolling in here.
Chief Meteorologist Chuck, who, by the way, shout out to Chuck. He's getting married in what, a week, Chuck? 8 days? Congratulations, buddy. I also can add, Chuck makes unbelievable homemade Cajun seasoning. Chuck, if you want, next time you come over, if you want to bring another thing, you can. I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying you can if you want.
It's allowed.
It's allowed. Moving them back here. False start on Belleville. How often have you seen it, Grant? When it rains, it pours. You get down and some frustration starts happening a little bit. Hey, I'm going to tell you what. This is going to be a good Belleville team before all is said and done. They are going to remain one of the main threats in the KLA, to be sure. Flags fly again, pre-snap. Are they saying they moved again, Grant?
Yep. Hey, what did you just say? When it rains, it pours.
All right, I'm gonna look up that weather right now. Chief Meteorologist Chuck just showed us a picture of that. All right, rain is expected to start in just a few minutes and last for about 30 minutes. Grant, as long as the lightning stays away.
Amen to that.
That's all I'm...
Let the boys play.
Yep. Let them play. So 2nd and 20 now from their own 10-yard line. Back to pass on the 2nd and 20. Completes near side, wrapped up and brought down almost immediately. Minimal gain. We'll give them about, well, they're going to give them 4 progress, Grant, maybe about a gain of 6. Still going to be 3rd and long. We'll call it 3rd and 14.
Just eating away, and watching this Belleville offense, this year versus last year, there's obviously some missing pieces, whether that's Bryce Underwood, obviously that's the main focus, but there's also some skill pieces missing that they had last year that were some down-the-field threats, and I think we're seeing that change really show up here as far as what Belleville is running schematically-wise. A lot of hitches, a lot of slants, a lot of sit routes over the middle of the football, not a lot of deep threatening routes, and that's one, probably because Bryce Underwood is no longer there. They got to figure out a way to get Kendall Franklin comfortable, and 2, they just don't have the caliber of receivers that they had a year ago.
3rd and 14, Franklin back, has time, loads it up, looking, overshoots the receiver. His man had a couple steps out there, Grant. Pass was just a little long, far side of the field, or else that's 6.
Yeah, and if you let Trey Britton get loose, there's a good chance he's going to hurt you there. And if that was Bryce Underwood, that's probably caught. He's probably running for 6 there, but just a little bit out in front of his arm, uncatchable. And if you're Kendall Franklin there, you're going to want to put just a little bit more air under it. Trey Britton had a step. Let him run under that. At the worst, he can come back and try to fight that off if the defender makes a play.
Colton Williams awaits this punt already on his own 46. 7:38 to go here, 3rd quarter. Clarkston in control, up 31-0. They bring the pressure, short punt. This time stays in. Going to take a little bit of a Belleville bounce after initial contact. I think they're going to mark that down about the 47-yard line as it looked like it hopped up and hit one of the Tigers in the shoulder. So Clarkston's going to take over with great field position on the Belleville 48-yard line. When looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, well, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. Looking forward to another season of Lawrence Tech football as well. Coach O at the helm. Right now, Clarkston in control. Wenko shotgun formation as they start this possession. Once again in Belleville territory. Looking over that defense, sends a man in motion far side. They give it to him on the jet. Boy, a lot of space. Makes it cut at the 45. Flag comes flying, and you know what that means in that area. Grant Perry.
Yeah, we're probably going to get a holding here. But, man, that was a great block by the right tackle, Brady Atkinson. Man, he. Yeah.
So move them back. That'll move them back to about their own 42-yard line. Clarkston's got to be very pleased with the way this one has gone. Both sides of the ball, though, Grant.
Absolutely. They got a defensive touchdown, and they got 4 other offensive touchdowns to accompany that, or 3.
2 receivers split near side, 1 on the far side. 1st and 20. Wenko looking over that defense as the stadium lights come on here at Tom Adams Field. Going to keep the ball on the ground. Big hole. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lucas Bowman.
I mean, what a run right there. A little bit of execution at a very high level, and a little bit of, hey, Belleville's will is slowly crumbling here. Lucas Bowman right there did a fantastic job of just hitting the hole. A little inside zone insert, and you'll see it right here as we get it. And Kev, just hold it here for a second. Look at these linebackers crouch way up on the line of scrimmage. As soon as this tight end gets one block, now run it, Kev, those linebackers are already out of the play. They're already stepping up, and they already hit the wrong gap. So all Bowman has to do is just find the right hole, and then all you got to do is beat a safety on the perimeter. And with the athleticism that we know those Bash brothers contain, you're not going to hold back Lucas Bowman from a wide-open end zone run there.
You saw Wenko had his arms up, and he was about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. He knew immediately.
Yeah. We're up here, but down there, that thing probably split open like the Red Sea.
Point after, snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So they extend their lead to 38-0 here on the campus of Wayne State University. I think a lot of people thought that Clarkston would win this game. I think what's happening right now is surprising some people.
Yeah. Coming in this game, I thought Clemson. I keep saying Clemson.
That's
Clarkston had the edge just because of how close they played Belleville last year, and with the talent that Belleville possessed last year. It's really hard when you lose a lot of those senior leaders to then come back and try to fill those roles. Speaking on the Belleville behalf. So talking with Clarkston, I mean, they had 21 seniors graduate last year. Now they had 40-some juniors on the team a year ago as well. So those guys are seniors now, and they're leading the way. They remembered last year, and you can tell that they're playing with a chip on their shoulder here today.
I'm going to reiterate it. Coach Norman is going to get these Tigers going.
Hey, the one good thing about this, if you're Belleville, it's early. It's week 1. You can say it's week 1 if you want to, or you can take the thing, hey, no excuses. We're going to learn from this. Plenty of things to learn from, and that's the lesson, right? You take a loss, but what do you gain from it? You got to learn lessons in the losses.
I'm not real good with math, but I think this is Aiden O'Neill's 7th kickoff, and I believe this is the 6th time that he's put it out of the end zone.
Close to the parking lot.
Hey, by the way, the Clarkston Wolves have owned Ford Field over the last decade. How about this? Winning the Division I state title in 2013 over Detroit Catholic Central, 2014 over Saline, and 2017. How about 2017? You remember this one? Mm-hmm. The 3-2 win over West Bloomfield.
It blows my mind every time I hear that. That is old school football at its finest.
All right, still in. The junior quarterback, Kendall Franklin. Back to pass on this first down. Fires, completes it. Short of the first down. Good second effort out past the 25, up to about the 27-yard line.
Logan Wade, number 14, getting involved again. He's got a couple catches here today. Good job by him on that route, just sitting, finding the zone. Clear-cut picture for quarterback Kendall Franklin.
2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Franklin quickly back up on this 2nd and 3. Lone back on his left hip. Franklin fires outside, completes it, hit immediately short of the first down. Boy, great coverage out there by Jack Kopsch, getting out there and making a play to make this a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, really good job. And when you get free access, cornerback off of the receiver, not pressing. That's what free access means. That's the throw all day, especially in a one high look. You want to make that throw. Really good job of getting it close to the sticks here, see if they can convert this 3rd down.
3rd and short, throwing in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
It's just sorry to cut you off there. I'm just sitting here, I'm itching. You play Madden, you play NCAA, you want to call the plays a little bit. I'm thinking 4th and 1 there. We're running the RPO. We've been having trouble with pressure during the meshes with the running back. Man, look at that quarterback. He's got some tree trunks as legs. Let's go ahead and go running back on my left, 3 receivers to my right, 1 receiver to my right or my left. So everyone out of the backfield besides me and the running back. And let's just go quarterback power, man. I think he could get it. A little surprising that they're not going to attempt it here again, but they're playing the field position game.
Yeah, just going to punt this one away. Clock running, 4.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Low snap, good job picking it up. High booming punt this time. Taken all the way back on a fair catch at about the 35-yard line, and that is where Clarkston will take over. Football fans, the action does not stop after Friday Night Lights. You can keep it rolling with the State Champs High School Sports Show, covering all sports every Saturday morning at 10:30 on WDIV Local 4. Can't tell you how much we appreciate our partnership with the fine folks at Local 4, WDIV. Really, really cool. Trip receivers near side, 1 far side. Jack White blaring in my ears, and I'm not complaining too much about that. Wenko in the shotgun. Going to keep it on the ground, just trying the middle of that line right now, and Boy, they just keep fighting and pushing. That's Duffy. Looked like that was going to be maybe a yard or two gain, and Grant, some business decisions being made. He ends up picking up about 7.
Yeah, you hit it on the nose. It looked like that run was dead for 1 or 2 yards there. But never count out Clarkston. Left side of that line of scrimmage, Hayden Flavin, 6'7", Miami, Ohio commit, 275, 280 pounds. When he gets his legs moving, he could probably move just about anybody in the stadium.
I hope the young man is all right. I didn't see the number of the player down on the far side of the field.
I didn't catch that either.
But laying down at about the 45. And yes, the cramps can still happen even on a cool day like this. Not to the severity and the number that you see on the warm days, but oh my goodness, they can happen.
Yep. And those happen too. I mean, it's not like you said, it's not the heat, but these guys have been in the off season. They've controlled practices, and then this is the first time that they're letting it loose. So that's when you see those cramps happen.
Well, not to be undone, Belleville took home back-to-back Division I state titles in 2021 and 2022 with Bryce Underwood under center as a freshman and a sophomore. They took down Rochester Adams and Caledonia to claim those crowns.
And then lost the third one in the ship to Southfield AT&T. That was AT&T. That was a heck of a game, man. That came down to the wire. Isaiah, really, screwing up the last name there, but Isaiah Marshall. Thank you, Kev. Isaiah Marshall led them to that win versus Belleville in Bryce's junior year.
Yeah, you never know when guys have to stretch their hamstrings out, right, Grant?
Yeah, you never know. At what age, too? It's universal.
Especially when you get to an advanced age. 2nd and 3 now for Clarkston. Running clock, 3:20 to go here in this third quarter. Wenko, shotgun formation. Back to pass, trying to get that receiver screen set up. Blown up nicely, though. Smelled out and read. I believe that's David Jackson, the senior DB, that smelled that out right away, and that's going to be a loss.
Good tackle there by David Jackson. He's playing in that alley. So when he sees a bubble, he's got to trigger fast. He does just that. The captain, David Jackson, with a good tackle there, making this about a 3rd down and 6 to go.
The lights powering up here at Tom Adams Field. So far, the rain staying away. Rained about an hour before the game. Rained really hard. And then the rain went away. 3rd and 6. Wenko sending a man in motion. Going to keep the ball on the ground. Not much going on down there. One of the big interior linemen jumped on the back of the ball carrier. Minimal gain, and Clarkston's going to punt this one away, up 38-0.
And if you're Belleville, I mean, you're at the point where you want to see guys still compete. You don't want to see guys quit. You want to see guys that still want to be out there. And that's where you find guys that love the game of football. Yeah, we're down 38 points week 1. Our hopes and our effort, it just wasn't there. Probably letting down on our hopes, but just stick in the game. If you love football, get out there and compete. This is a great opportunity for some guys that may not be able to get on the field to get on the field here and really showcase what they can do.
Well, some late changes really on both sides. Sending late guys out there. I think we're going to get a timeout here. We are indeed. Timeout.
Yeah, they only had 10 out there.
Yeah, a little confusion on both sides of the ball. Hey, listen, this is the first game of the year for these guys, Grant.
Absolutely.
So you're going to see it along the way. So glad you could join us. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. We got another game coming. Should be a dandy tonight as the Dragons from Lake Orion are going to take on the Mustangs from Northville. That one set to kick off at about 7 o'clock here tonight at Tom Adams Field. Once again, the Amazon prep kickoff. I love these hype videos. These are fantastic. Watching the boys take to the field. Mustangs taken to the field. Like so many communities, it is a special night if you get an opportunity to go out and see the hometown team play, man. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. And if you can't make it, why don't you stay with us?
Yeah.
We'll have you. Clarkston about to punt this one away. They did not start the clock yet. Now they're going to start it. High booming punt. That's going to take a sideways bounce and be down right about the 20-yard line. So that is where Kendall Franklin and this Tiger offense will come back on the field. Give Kendall a chance to get something going, Grant.
Yeah, just, stick within your game here. You want to see Kendall make the right decision still, protect the football, and as a quarterback, you want to see him trying to motivate and uplift his players. Yeah, we're down. Yeah, our back's against the wall, but how do you act when things aren't going your way, right? Are you going to shy down, or are you going to step up and keep fighting? And that's what they want to see out of their quarterback, Kendall Franklin.
Trip receivers near side, one on the far side. Lone setback. They keep the ball on the ground. Good move in the backfield, but as often has been the case here, not a lot of room, a gain of 4. But I'll tell you what, it took a heck of an effort just to pick up that 4 from Taylor.
I mean, these linebackers, especially when Clarkston goes to the 3 down front, they have 4 athletic linebackers that half of them play running back. So these guys can run, they see ball, they read their keys really well, and they trigger fast. They don't allow you to make a cut, dance, and then get the yards. They're already at you by the line of scrimmage. These linebackers are flowing hard.
2nd and 6 now. Kendall Franklin, shotgun formation, going to throw near side, looking for that block on the bubble screen. Very close to a first down, but knocked out of bounds. About a yard short. So this will be a 3rd and 1, but that will be the last play of this 3rd quarter. To the 4th quarter we go. Clarkston in control, up 38-0, and while we have a moment, why don't we throw it down to our own Patty Cesarini. Patty?
Thanks. I'm here with Marty Dobeck, the executive director of the Detroit Sports Commission. And Marty, this is now the 20th anniversary of the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic. What makes this one stand out?
What makes it stand out is state champs has been there step of the way too. No, I mean it's just about high school football and the purity of it. And, earlier today we celebrated that, also with some girls flag football games, and it's a great way to kick off the event. But, now here we are in the thick of it, first game of the day, just approaching the 4th quarter here. And it's just a platform for student athletes, bands, cheerleaders, fans to come out and really showcase themselves. And that's been a part of the event fabric since the very beginning.
Absolutely. And what's it like being partnered with Amazon?
No, Amazon, awesome partner. We both care deeply about our community and how these events that we host, not just this event, but the major events we bring, like the NFL Draft and the Final Four that's coming up in 27. We want to impact our community. We want to impact youth. And we're just believers in that mission. And that's what makes our partnership so great.
And talk about, taking care of your community and being a part of it. You're a Detroit native, grew up in Allen Park. What makes sports in general just so special in the city of Detroit?
Yeah, it's part of the culture here. We believe so much in just who we are. We're passionate. We call it grit. We call it blue collar. But that's just who we are in our DNA. And it's just, there's no better sports town in America. I know you're a Chicago native. You might beg to differ, but it's just something special, especially when you got Little Caesars Arena, Ford Field, Comerica Park, all within 4 blocks of each other. It's foundational to who we are as a community, and it's just so passionate about it at the end of the day.
Thanks so much, Marty. We're happy to be here with you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Patty.
Sean?
Let me tell you something. I've known that guy for many years now, all right? I can't think of a better captain of the ship. I am serious. Just a great guy doing great things with the Detroit Sports Commission and, of course, the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic. Marty Dobeck. Patty, great job. It is raining a little bit. Start of the 4th quarter and a 3rd and 1. Handoff. Good second effort. Got him the first down. Clock continues to run with Clarkston up by a score of 38-0, but that 3rd and short first down carry by Derek Taylor at least gives Belleville a little something to work on as they try to get anything going. It is not easy in the KLA conference. Make no mistake about that. Belleville found out last year at that epic game we were at out in Howell. 1st and 10, trip receivers near side, one on the far side. Franklin, back to pass, trying to set up that screen, not a chance. Just a second in trying to get that going, and that second is all Cam Love needed, Grant.
Yeah, and that's one of those throws as a receiver. You go back to the huddle and you're like, hey, just don't throw me that ball. I don't want it at that point. Like if Cam Love's already in my hip pocket here, see a little bit of hesitation. The meshes today, that's been another thing. They haven't been great, so that forces him to get rid of the ball quickly. Probably doesn't have a great feel of the football when he's throwing it. And then right there, he just kind of throws it right into a dead spot, if you will. And Cam Love, the cornerback there, all over it.
Alex Malzone never did that to you, did he?
No, not that I stayed up most of the time.
Way to go. Still getting his quarterbacks back. Nice ball there, and what a catch. Trey Britton going up. A heck of a catch there. Great ball, great catch, and Belleville now suddenly in business into Wolves territory.
Yeah, and there's a reason he's getting offered. Watch the hands here, and then great job on the slow-mo here, Kev. Watch the natural pluck. Look at that. Ball's right in the hands, and he just snatches it out of the air. That's what college coaches are looking for. They don't want to see you body catch it. They don't want to see you caress it. They want to see you snag it out of the air.
Franklin back to pass again, completes near side to Morris. Up to about the 38-yard line. Let's give him 7, setting up a 2nd and 3. Running clock, 9:55 to go. Clarkston in control, up 38-0.
Belleville on the move here a little bit. It's worth noting that Clarkston is rotating in these 2s and 3s, getting a lot of guys some reps here and some run, and that's always a good thing if you're Clarkston. Be able to play as many guys as you can, get them experience, especially versus a team like Belleville.
Franklin's going to keep the ball on the ground, trying the right side of the line. A little room out there, up past the first down and close to about the 30-yard line. So Tigers putting a little something together here, Grant.
Yeah, they're looking at that donut and they want to change that. Their goal now has shifted to, hey, let's get in the end zone, okay? Maybe we're not probably going to catch up to them, but let's at least join them and put something on the scoreboard here late.
2 receivers each side. Kendall Taylor, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Going to keep it himself. Try the right side of the line. Good cut there, but man 2, 3, and 4 waiting for him. He fought and scratched and crawled his way up for a 4-yard gain, however.
Yeah, hard 4-yard gain. Great job. One of the few times we've seen him keep it on the read option off the defensive end. Got a good look there. Defensive end crashed down for the running back. Clean mesh, and then right there he stuck his foot in the ground. He's got as many as he could.
2nd and 6 now for the Tigers. At the Clarkston 26-yard line. Franklin fires. Another catch made. Close to the first down, but pushed back. Once again, that is Britton. Boy, they're only going to mark him about the 23 there, Grant. I thought he got down close near the 21, but that's why they're down on the field and I'm up here. So we'll call it 3rd and 3. 8:10 to go here. Belleville.
Watch the motion here by the bottom of the screen here by Trey Britton.
He's the lone receiver on the near side. 2 on the far side. Kendall Franklin back to pass. Pressure comes from the backside. Somehow he gets it away. Somehow Britton looks to get the first down. How about that? A little Mahomes-esque.
Now watch this. There's a miscommunication here between the receiver in the slot and the quarterback here, because watch. The receiver just is like, hey, what? I'm supposed to run a bubble, and the quarterback looks him off immediately. But again, the backside pressure, Chase Olsen getting in there. And, man, if this was a close game and they're driving late here, how impressive would that have play been? And regardless, very impressive play, a little risky, but like a close game, that's an elite moment there. Good awareness, but way to get it out of his hands.
1st and 10 for the Tigers inside the 20. Franklin under pressure. Boy, he took a big hit at the 19-yard line.
Franklin on the carry.
He avoided 2 men, and then let me tell you something. I think it was Owen Murray, the junior defensive lineman, really put a winged helmet tattoo into his chest.
Yeah, they did. Owen Murray there, along with Griffin Bowman, and they're just doing a great job of controlling the box. Last year with Belleville, they had some more elusive threats. Not just Trey Britton, they had guys on the other side too, so they had to put more guys in pass coverage. Now they're saying, hey, we're going to put our guys in the box, beat us that way.
2nd and 11 after that loss of 1. Franklin back to pass. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. He was running when he should have been catching.
Yep, and it happens often, and it's, you just got to focus on catching it first. Right there, you just got to secure it, then run. And especially with being a young guy, the moment gets big, and sometimes you forget to catch, and you just want to run, and that tends to happen pretty frequently.
3rd and 11, the rain coming down, and I tell folks, it smells like rain. I love that fall rain smell, I really do. Back to pass is Kendall. Looking, firing, completing at about the 11-yard line. Not enough for a first down. By the way, Hungry Howie's a great partner of the State Champs Network, Mr. Football, and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. Yes, Hungry Howie's. Could I have your 73 with extra Cajun crust, not only on the crust but all over the pizza? Thank you.
You even know the number. They got their own code system.
Oh, dude.
That's efficient.
73 pepperonis.
Oh, literally.
73 pepperonis on that. Oh, my gosh. Not 72, 73. 4th down, back to pass. Kendall looking, firing. Clarkston saying incomplete. Now the official says incomplete. Boy, that was deflected a couple times and would have been a heck of a catch in the end zone. But as it is, that's going to be a turnover on downs, Grant.
Yeah, and, just the spacing on the routes, it's going to be hard to see here, but there's a lot of guys in one area. And when you have that, it allows the defense just to sit there with you, right? No one's got to run. No one's got to spread out. And right there, quarterback intended to hit a guy underneath. It gets tipped. And just not, it's kind of just the story of how their day's gone, right? It looks like they're going to, it's a promising drive, and then just, they take a step backwards. And right there, they just couldn't capture that 3 yards. And, if I'm Belleville, man, I see my quarterback. I'm going to try to get him on some quarterback design run with a lead blocker from a running back or something, man. He is too big and too athletic to be sit back there throwing all day. I think he could really help them in the run game.
Clarkston just looking to run this clock out, I would assume here, partner. Let's wait and see. Change at quarterback, I might add. I believe that's Daniel Hine in there. Hands it off. Flags go flying. Clock continues to run, however. Now going to stop for a second while they get the penalty figured out. 4:05 to go, and Clarkston in control, up 38-0.
On the offense. 5 players in the backfield. 5 yards from the previous spot. We'll take it down.
Boy, what an impressive start here, huh, Grant? I mean, you got to give these Wolves credit.
Yeah, they're out here playing hard, and you can tell that there's a chip on their shoulders, almost as if they played this team and lost versus them last year.
Daniel Hine, the senior quarterback, shotgun formation, going to keep it on the ground. Not much space up there, and that's just fine for Clarkston. I think they'd love nothing more than to run the next 3 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock and come away with a victory here. Well, the victory, make no mistake about it, they're going to get the victory.
You see right there, Wendell Childs, number 13, number 7, Jack Kosh. A couple contributors today. Those guys play receiver, defensive back. They round out those talented position groups for Clarkston.
2nd and 14 from the shadow of their own end zone. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side, shotgun formation. Clock running, 3:05 to go in this one. All Clarkston up 38-0. Trying the meat of that line, a little space up the middle. Belleville showing some pride, pushing him back to about the 9-yard line. Hey, the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Grant, isn't it nice to see so many familiar faces? Like, this crew, you haven't seen the crew a lot, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, fellas, how was your summer? Isn't it fun to be back?
Yeah, it's like those school days where, you spend all summer away and then you come back and you see all your old buddies and just hop right back in like you never left.
No doubt about it. 3rd down going absolutely nowhere. So Clarkston going to have to punt from within the shadow of their own end zone as the clock running with 2 minutes to go here in this one. An impressive start to the season for Clarkston. Make no mistake about it. These are both two proud perennial football powers, Grant, in the MHSA.
Absolutely. Both have their fair share of talent that's at their school now and that has gone through their school. Both these schools have a lot to be proud about what the way their programs are run, handled, and operated. And like you said, I mean, they're kind of cornerstones here in the state of Michigan as far as football goes.
Call a timeout here is Clarkston to talk about what's going on. Hey, coming up next on Game Time Live, you better not go anywhere. It's a clash at the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic. The Lake Orion Dragons taking on the Northville Mustangs in a battle you want to see right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus. Catch all the action. Grant Perry, Patty Cesarini, yours truly, Sean Belegian, right here on the State Champs YouTube channel and Local 4 Plus. So Clarkston uses a timeout to talk about how they want to use this punt. They're going to punt the ball away, and then the clock starts running again.
Sure does. And you know, that running clock that hits at 35, and that's a tough thing to be on the opposite end of, that's for sure.
Do you smell that rain? Isn't that a great smell?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to go in the backyard and build a fire and all that, right?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Maybe we can grill some dogs. You want to do that?
Absolutely.
High snap, good job bringing it down, gets it away, short punt. Taken on the fly at the 42-yard line, and then 3 Wolves in on the tackle. So Belleville takes over with great field position, but they won't get a snap away until there's about less than a minute left in this one, Grant.
Yeah. And I'm a little interested, too, as the coach's decision on not letting Lincoln Sellers get in there. You know, there was a point in which maybe that would have, provided some type of spark, and then it switched into, okay, well, all right, these are valuable, minutes that a backup could get in there and get some feel for on varsity. So interesting there, but nonetheless.
Now they're going to start that clock up again as one of the Wolves was moving slowly off the field. 40 seconds left, 1st and 10 at the Wolves' 37-yard line. Kendall Franklin looking. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. Now he fires, wants it all up top. Touchdown! Oh, that's got to feel good for that young man as he hits Morris on a 37-yard touchdown with only 29 seconds remaining.
Yeah, really impressive throw here. You're going to see Kendall Franklin here take a step, look to the right, say, I don't like it, and then he's going to work out of the pocket, and he's on the move, throws it cross body through the end zone to the left side of it, and I mean, on the money. Probably his best throw today to Gianti Morris. And like you said, that's got to feel good. Just you haven't been clicking all day, but you get one in on opening day, and something to be happy about.
James Graves, the senior, in for the point after attempt. Logan Wade, the senior wide receiver / quarterback, on the hold. I think there's a little miscommunication right now. How many players does Belleville have out there? Looked like Wade was saying we were one short. I'm not going to waste my time counting with 29 seconds left. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So, big touchdown, 37-yard touchdown pass from the junior quarterback, the heir, Kendall Franklin, to the junior wide receiver, Gianti Morris, and we've got a 38-7 game.
And he's got a live arm, man. Franklin, when he tosses that thing's on a rope. It looks good. It comes out of his hand very pretty. If they get the meshes cleaned up in the backfield with the running back, if they get his footwork cleaned up and they get his timing sped up a little bit, I think they're going to be in a really good position with Kendall Franklin. When you watch, it's a beautiful ball the way it comes out of his hand.
Well, folks, I think this game has 2 plays left. I think we've got a kickoff, and then we've got a victory formation kneel down. That should be the extent of it. You never know. Ended up being a beautiful day out here in Midtown Detroit. And let me say again for the record, I will take the 68-degree stuff over the 115 that it was last year any day of the week, my friend.
Absolutely.
We've really had on this side of the state, I know a lot of people say the false fall, but this has been a while now, and if you look at the extended forecast, you don't see that 80-degree stuff anytime in the extended forecast. Maybe we have a legitimate early fall. This kickoff going to go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
First and 10 Clarkston at the 20.
I'm going to assume that Clarkston takes one snap and this game is over, as they lead 38-7, and they don't have anything else to prove in this one.
They left it all out there. They both sides of the football. I mean, let's be honest, all three phases, and you know, you grade your team and you give your team a pretty good chance to win if 2 out of those 3 phases are doing well. But when you have 3 phases, the kicking game, the special teams, the defense, and the offense all moving in unison, it's going to be tough to beat these Clarkston Wolves.
I always like to ask you who your player of the game is. So do you have somebody in mind?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question.
Keep it to yourself.
Okay.
Keep it to yourself. We'll do that in the postgame show. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Victory formation. The knee is down, and that is going to do it. Junior quarterback Alex Wyschenko was solid here today. You see the boys celebrating down there. John Kidd and that Cam getting some great pictures that you will not see elsewhere. And the Wolves are coming away with this one as they pour onto the field with an impressive 38-7 victory over Belleville to start out the 2025 campaign.
Heck of a showing here for Clarkston, coming out hot, firing on all cylinders. And there was question marks. We didn't know what type of Belleville we're going to get. Very, very young roster makeup that they have there at Belleville. So questions to be answered still for Belleville, but if you're Clarkston and you're a Clarkston fan, a lot of good things to be happy about today. They came out, they dominated, and they showed why that they're always in contention every year at Clarkston.
Your final score, Clarkston knocks off Belleville by a score of 38-7. We will take a timeout, come back, hear from Patty, get Grant's player of the game, and then bid you adieu until game 2 of this day 1 of the Amazon Prep Kickoff Classic. Clarkston 38, Belleville 7 here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99 because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. There's classic cup pep in every single bite. Order a 73 Classic now. We're not playing, we do bold.
Hungry? Howie's! I'm working right now, and so is Sam Bernstein Law. They're open right now. You know why? Because they work as hard as me to win. Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need today. Open 24/7. That's the Bernstein advantage. Open right now. Call Sam.
Welcome back in. Your final score on the campus of Wayne State University, Tom Adams Field. Clarkston comes away with an impressive 38-7 victory over the Belleville Tigers. One of the cool things is you have the preseason presentations down there as well. These guys, both teams worked their tails off, Grant. No mistake about that.
Yeah, no mistake about that. I mean, they came out here hot. You know, Clarkston especially did. Like we said, all 3 phases. I mean, they really dominated from start to finish. You could tell that they were well coached, ready to go, ready for the moment. And Belleville just couldn't keep up with the fast pace and hard-nosed hitting of Clarkston.
We are going to talk to our player of the game in just a moment, I believe. Grant, there were a few names that you could go with, but Is it safe to say we all kind of agreed on who should be the guy here tonight?
Yep, I think that was a safe assumption for sure. I mean, you can't give the whole team the MVP trophy, so.
I love looking at those close-in shots like that, Grant. Isn't that fantastic? John Kidd with that camera down there. You've seen him get some of those shots in football and hockey over the past year. Phenomenal.
Right
in your kitchen views.
Gabe Mansour right there, number 9. He was credited for that fumble return for a touchdown. He was flying around all over the defensive side of the ball.
Trey Britton being Charles Trey Britton, I might add, being recognized for the Tigers. And you could have picked either one of the Bash brothers.
Yeah,
you really could have. I don't think anybody's going to get agitated at picking either one of the Bash brothers. Nice that he's being recognized. I know another guy that's being recognized, as a matter of fact. Look at that beautiful trophy as well. Marty Dobeck out there, about to hand that trophy off. Oh, isn't that cool? Look at that. I think the boys are going to celebrate in a second. Yes, they are.
Congratulations to Clarkston.
Look at Patty. Patty looked like a running back down there. She was in the middle of that massive humanity, and she kind of squirted out. Great job, Patty, getting out of there and avoiding getting run over by some of those big boys out there. Hopefully we'll have a conversation with our player of the game, but we can talk about it, can't we, Grant? I think we can talk about it now.
We sure can.
We gave it to Griffin Bowman.
We did, yeah. And, I mean, just like you said, I mean, we can't give the whole team one. You really could give it to either Lucas or Griffin, but, just Griffin was flying around on defense, saw him in a lot of tackles on the defense side of the ball. And then offensively, I mean, you could go with either twin, but, I mean, they both were running very hard. Griffin was just punishing, played a really good game from that outside linebacker position as well. It's not hard to find a player of the game, especially when you're looking at the Bash brothers.
I believe we've got Griffin right now with Patty.
Griffin, you guys come out the gates and it was all Clarkston Wolves. What was the talk in the locker room coming into this game here tonight?
Pintar was just saying, grit, determination, it's just ran through the past Clarkston program, and he was just saying like how we play, man. Like that's how we do it around here in Clarkston. We're dogs. We're dogs.
Starting off the season with a win, that's got to feel pretty good. What are you most looking forward to this season?
I'm just looking forward to the next games, honestly. I didn't think I got too many run plays, but it's whatever. My twin brother got the touchdown. I had one called back, but I'm just excited to have contact. I love hitting people, and it goes from playing running back, and it just like blocks everything. It's great to play. I'm so grateful.
You and your brother make quite the dynamic duo. If you had one word to describe the relationship that you two have when it comes to football and playing out on the field together, what would it be?
Monster. We're monsters out there. We ain't gonna hold back. We want people to try to hit us. We don't want people to shy away. We want the contact. It's all about that for us.
Well, congrats on the win. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you. We will.
Sean.
Wasn't that entertaining? Huh?
Yeah, it was. He was so serious, too.
Yes,
the look in his
was.
eyes, there wasn't a smile. He was dead serious.
Good stuff. Both those guys, either one of them deserve the credit. We decided with Griffin tonight. Hey, want to thank you guys all for joining us. Patty down on the field, John Kidd and Chuck down on the field, the best crew upstairs. Appreciate each and every one of you. Grant Perry, most importantly, you, for inviting us into your phones, your tablets, your TV, whatever the case may be. Final score today, all Clarkston. They knock off Belleville by a score of 38-7. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian, saying thank you so much for joining us on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. And also presented by Lawrence Technological University, the Construction Association of Michigan, Legacy Partners Insurance, the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, and the Michigan High School Athletic Association.